Savage and Laura Dern on the next Arsenio.
Crowd at Texas Stadium on a gorgeous September afternoon for the Cowboys hosting the New York Giants. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Vern Lundquist along with Dan Fouts. The Cowboys and Giants come in with identical 2-2 marks. Difference in the two teams, though, as in New York, a lot of commotion about the lack of offense, Dan. Some have suggested this is a critical game for Jeff Hostetler. Do you agree?
Well, I do, because the Giants can't afford to fall behind Washington or Philadelphia, and really the pressure is on Hostetler. He's had a tough week. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Phil Simms maybe in the second half, but Hostetler, the heat is really on.
For the Cowboys, 2-2, no surprise here that a lot of changes have been made since Jerry Johnson took over. Jimmy Johnson, 33 trades. Well, this year, he has revamped his offense.
He brought in Norv Turner from the Los Angeles Rams as his offensive coordinator, and Giant fans know how successful the Rams have been with their scheme of things on offense. Just 3 weeks ago, the Rams beat the Giants.
Matt Barr will kick off as the Cowboys won the toss. James Dixon, who is second in the NFL in returns, is back, one of two men. And this will be Dixon 2 yards back, and he'll down it, touchback. Troy Aikman comes on, having a decent year. Modest statistics last week, but his coaching staff liked what he did in the win over Phoenix. Up front, Tuanay, Gogan, Stepnoski, Gisick, Newton. The tight end is Jay Novacek. And in the backfield, Emmitt Smith leading the league in rushing, 450 yards, joined by Johnston. And on the outside, Michael Irvin and Alexander Wright. From the 20, first and 10. Dallas has lost its last 6 games to the New York Giants. They last won here in November of 1987. Toss to Emmitt Smith. They go right at Lawrence Taylor. And Smith is out across the 25, near the 27. The tackle made by Myron Guyton, number 29. Defensively for the Giants, and here's where the problems are. Eric Howard and Eric Dorsey both on injury reserve. Lorenzo Freeman starts at nose tackle. Fox and Marshall on either side. Banks, Reasons, Johnson, and Taylor, an outstanding quartet of linebackers. Collins, Williams, Guyton, and Everson Walls moves to strong safety today. Perry Williams gets the start because Greg Jackson is inactive with an injury. So a revamped secondary. That's a first down, Emmitt Smith, and he breaks the tackle before Guyton gets him up around the shoulders. 13 yards and 2 carries for Emmitt Smith. And last year in 2 games, he gained only 38 yards in 2 games.
Well, and he's averaging 5.7 yards per rush, Vern. And this is what the Cowboys like to do. They've added some beef to their offensive line. And with Emmitt Smith's ability to find the holes and then cut back, they like their chances of running the ball against anybody, including this New York Giant football team.
First and 10 from the 34. Flag before the snap. That'll be a procedure call. Pat Haggerty is our referee today.
Illegal procedure. False start. Number 66.
Or somebody. That's Mark Tuanay. It was called on Nate Newton. I beg your pardon, on Kevin Gogan, number 66.
Well, Gogan's part of that beef we talked about. At 315 pounds, he moves from right tackle to that left guard position. 6'7", very tall guard. He does have some limitations, but what the Cowboys like is he blots out a lot of the sun.
He has moved into left guard after starting at right tackle for a number of years. Left guard, a weak spot for this team last year. That's Novacek in motion and Aikman to throw. Deep. Robert Awald, who was just activated off the injured reserve. So a double tight end set, and Awald gets the grab.
Well, we talked about Norv Turner's offense. Watch Novacek come down and then across the middle, and then Awald will get in behind him. Novacek will take Reasons. He bites on the fake in the middle there. Perfect pass by Aikman as he laid it softly into his tight end, Awal.
Awal playing with a splint on an injured thumb, actually a broken thumb. Last year, 13 receptions. He and Novacek both came over from Phoenix via Plan B a year ago. Draw play, Emmitt Smith. About 3 yards across midfield into the Giant end of the field at the 48-yard line.
And it looks like a draw play, but really what it is just an I formation pick a hole thing for Emmitt Smith. He's in the tailback slot about 7-8 yards deep, and with his vision and his strength being a cutback runner, it's important that he gets the ball deep in the backfield and then he can pick a hole.
Giants now on second down will go with 5 linebackers, a defensive switch. 2 down linemen. And Lawrence Taylor lines up on the left. He's coming. He is the hot receiver, and he got by Nate Newton just enough to harass Troy Aikman, and the pass falls incomplete.
Well, what LT did is he got his hands up and deflected this ball. But the big pressure right now as he gets around number 61, Nate Newton here. LT has the quickest start for any linebacker. He's got a lot of the best things for any linebacker that ever played. There he gets his left hand on the ball, and that prevents the completion to Emmitt Smith.
Now they go with the nickel package, actually the dime. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Well, they went with 5 linebackers there because they only have about 3 or 4 healthy defensive linemen.
As we said, Dorsey and Howard both on injury reserve. 3rd and 7. There's a play action fake down the right sideline. Alexander Wright. First down. And that will cause an eruption of joy at Texas Stadium, because Wright has been a man of immense promise, but not much delivery this year.
Well, the key to this play, Vern, is right here. Number 36 is Adrian White. He'll watch too much in the backfield, and he'll allow Wright to get down the sideline. There you see Wright just start to level off, and by this time it's too late, and again, Aikman is right on the money.
They go at Collins as well. Alexander Wright, his 4th reception of the year, and the topic of a lot of controversy here in Dallas. Jimmy Johnson got angry with the media on Tuesday and had a 3-minute one-way conversation with them about Alexander Wright. That pass to Novacek incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
One of the things the Cowboys have not been able to do is get the ball to their wide receivers, Vern. Aikman is coming into the game only averaging about 6 yards per attempt, and for a quarterback you like to see that number up around 7.5 yards per attempt. Not completion, but per attempt.
2nd down and 10. They actually can get the first down without the touchdown. 6 touchdowns and 2 field goals inside the so-called red zone this year. 2nd and 10. Novacek in motion. Emmitt Smith tries to get it to the outside and can't. It'll be 3rd and 9.
One of the guys we're going to be looking at today is the nose man. This is Lorenzo Freeman here, working right in the middle here. And how does he do in controlling the center, looking for the cutback run? That time he grades out with an A+.
Again, the Giants come with 5 linebackers, and the Cowboys counter with 2 tight ends. Alfredo Roberts and Novacek line up tight to the right. This is the 9th play of this drive. Aikman back, good protection. Finds Michael Irvin. Irvin slips a tackle, dances left, fumbles the ball. Giants have it. Everson Walls, the former Cowboy.
Well, this is a crossing pattern to Michael Irvin, and you really can't fault him for just hustling and trying to get in that end zone. But at some point, he's got to realize that all of a sudden he is surrounded by blue jerseys. He's got to tuck the ball away. It was punched out by a linebacker, and a nice homecoming for Everson Walls.
He had 10 of his Giant folks over to his house for dinner last night.
Dodge announces the new Magnum Series engines. Engines that deliver as much as 44% more power. Here's a simple promise. Overall, today's Dodge trucks, gas and diesel, can deliver more payload, towing, and horsepower than Ford, Chevy, or any import. Dodge trucks, a powerful way to rediscover American value. Now get a warranty choice no other manufacturer offers.
Craft Caravan Incorporated. Are you having trouble getting an international operator? All Nations Forwarding. Are you having more trouble getting overseas faxes through on the first try? We want you back. AT&T Pro Watts. Competitive prices on international calls. Plus our new Favorite Nation 10% discount. Switch now and get 1 month of long distance free. We want you back. Call 1-800-222-0900.
There is a new gasoline that is clearly advanced. A new gasoline that will give you the highest level of engine cleaning for high performance. A new gasoline formulated to clean fuel injectors and intake valves. Who has this new gasoline? You know who. New Phase 4 gasoline from Exxon for cleaner engines and high performance.
Giant defense forces the turnover. The fumble recovery. It comes at the 5-yard line. 10:25 to go in a scoreless first quarter. Mark Tuanay was injured on that last play. Did walk off by himself. Jeff Hostetler opens at quarterback. Up the middle it goes for a couple of yards. Jim Jeffcoat with the tackle. Maurice Carthon with the carry. Jeff Hostetler is the starter. Offensively up front, Elliott, Roberts, Oates, Moore, Riesenberg. The tight end is Howard Cross. And in the backfield, Rodney Hampton and Carthon. The wide receivers, Mark Ingram and Stephen Baker.
The Giants are going to go with 3 running backs in the game now. Bunch is in, along with Hampton and Tillman. Or Carthon, rather. So they got 3 running backs, but Bunch is really the move tight end here, number 33.
Bunch comes to the left, now starts in motion. Hampton spilled as he gets near the 8-yard line. Defensively for the Cowboys, Tony Talbert, Tony Casillas acquired in a trade, joined Jimmy Jones and Jim Jeffcoat up front. The linebackers, Norton, Jack Del Rio, and Vincent Smith. And the secondary, which is not the strongest part of this ball club, Isaac Holt, who's given up big plays in each of the last 3 games. Rookie 12th round draft choice Larry Brown, Horton, and Washington. Handoff up the middle, short of the oil, close for the first down. Out near the 15.
I think they got it. Real good power there after the hit. Hampton bowled forward and picked it up. But it's very important for the Giants to go deep early and go deep against number 30, Isaac Holt. He has had all kinds of problems, been burned 3 times in the first 3 games. And last week against the Cardinals, all he did was give up about 8 receptions in front of him for about 100 yards. So his confidence is really on edge.
Remember the big trade with the Minnesota Vikings for Herschel Walker? Isaac Holt is the only player who came to Dallas in that trade who is still here. And it's paying continued big dividends for the Cowboys. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we get on throughout the afternoon. Giants have taken it away 6 times this year, but out of those takeaways, 3 points. They do have a first down here. Ingram in motion, Hostetler back, pressure coming from Jeffcoat. Screen pass to Hampton. He's got Bart Oates in front. And another Giant first down out near the 29.
The key to any good screen pass is the blocks of these 3 guys right here. These offensive linemen, they'll get out and they'll just lead Hampton up the sideline. Watch the left guard, the center, and now the right guard. You got them all there. Roberts, Oates, and Moore. And you can't ask for a better execution of a screen pass than that.
7:35 to go first quarter. Scoreless thus far. Cowboys had a threat. Fumbled at the 4. Lewis Tillman's in the lineup. And Jimmy Jones is up on top to make the tackle of Tillman. Jones, one of the Miami connection. He played for Jimmy Johnson at the University of Miami.
They got a lot of JJs down here, don't they? They got an owner, Jimmy Jones, or Jerry Jones. It's so hard to figure them all out.
I know.
Jim Jeffcoat on the deal there. You got Jimmy Jones. This guy's named Jimmy Johnson. All the towels in the locker rooms have J's on them.
Which is why they refer to the owner and the coach as the Jaybirds, I guess. Second down. Play fake, Hostetler. Looks right, comes left, man wide open. Ingram in front of Larry Brown, the rookie. And that's another New York first down. And he went a little deeper that time.
Well, it's excellent play action. The Giants, of course, are an excellent running team. There's the fake to the back. Look at the pass protection, though. The Cowboys have not put any pressure on the quarterback to speak of yet this year. And a nice job of Ingram getting those toes down before he went out of bounds.
Dave Meggett checks in now with Lewis Tillman. Hostetler last week, very modest yardage, which fueled the fire of the New York controversy. Inside handoff to Meggett. Across the 50 to the Cowboy 48-yard line. Jim Jeffcoat made the tackle.
And in talking to Hostetler before the ball game, he did not talk to us yesterday, which is the normal thing for a quarterback to do when the media comes in. And we requested to talk to Jeff. He did not want to do it. He wanted to concentrate on his assignments. He wanted to put the media behind him. And when he was out on the field earlier in the game, he was happy that and relieved that he could play a football game, which is what he gets paid for.
Meggett lines up as a wide receiver. Gets by James Washington. Inside the 30 where Ray Horton makes the tackle.
Well, what Hanley wants to do with Meggett is to use him more in the offense, both as a running back, as we saw in the previous play, and also split out wide. The guy has outstanding ability to make the first guy miss. Here comes James Washington, a strong safety. He's no contest for Meggett in the open field.
Giants have moved from their own 4-yard line. David Meggett said yesterday he thought the only guy in the league who did as many things as he did was Eric Metcalf of Cleveland. That's because Bill Belichick is trying to put him in the Meggett mold. Not doing it as well right now. Great block, Hostetler. Ingram at the 10-yard line. Boy, Jumbo Elliott got a huge block. Not that Hostetler would not have had the time, but that gave him a little more freedom.
Well, let's check out this block here, but also check out Ingram as he comes down and across and kind of settles in the open area. Jumbo Elliott is a big guy, but he shows a lot of finesse on this play. And there in the secondary is Ingram, just settling down in that dead spot. Big first down for the Giants.
Last week, Hostetler threw for 65 yards. On this drive, he has thrown for 67. Tillman up the middle. Fumble! Larry Brown recovers at the 1. It is tit for tat. He is a rookie 12th round draft choice whose hero, ironically enough, was Everson Walls, who recovered a fumble at the other end.
Well,
he requested number 24 because of that.
You bet. And not only is it tit for tat, it's fee, fi, fo, fumble right there. Vincent Smith puts his hat on the ball, and we got a Cowboy turnover.
It's a zip ball game. 4:27 to go, first quarter.
Pick up line 2. I need that fire now.
Line 4.
Find the blueprint.
There's the architect. Fine, short the market.
The power to put it all behind you. To kiss all the stress, all the stomach-churning headaches and business goodbye. That's the power of United. That's the power of the friendly skies.
Recently, these people walked out of Little Caesars with extra pepperoni and cheese without paying for it. Extra pepperoni. Extra cheese. Without paying for it. It's lots of get extra pepperoni and extra cheese on 2 pizzas without paying extra.
Lots of.
At $8.98, it's a steal.
From coast to coast, Dodge Caravan has happily served more families than any other minivan. But we've made it even better because we've come up with an all-wheel drive Dodge Caravan. So now you not only get a vehicle loaded with safety features, including the first minivan airbag, you've got one that automatically handles just about anything the weatherman can throw at it. No shifting, no levers, no sweat. Now with a warranty choice no other manufacturer offers.
Ray Handley just walking away from a conversation with Lewis Tillman, who just fumbled. That is the 6th fumble lost by the Giants already this season. They set an NFL record for fewest turnovers last year. Emmitt Smith. Boy, he was close. The NFL record is 99 yards. A guy named Dorsett did it against Minnesota against a 10-man defense, and Smith was one tackle away from tying the record.
Well, the thing about Smith is that he can check the outside as well. You know, you can't ask for more than Carl Banks did right there. He stuffed the tight end, but he forgot to take a look at where the running back was. By that time, Smith was crossed over the 10 all the way up to the 14.
Oh, if he gets by Myron Guyton, nothing. 3:45 to go first quarter. Johnson, who had 4 catches last week, out of the fullback spot, and a flag is down.
I think they're going to get a face mask penalty here tacked on to the end of this reception.
Carl Banks with the tackle.
That's number 48, Daryl Johnston, back on the play.
They got Banks.
Face mask, number 58. Defense, 5 yards.
That's only a 5-yarder. Let's check it out. Watch his right hand. And, boy, that's real close. He just rubbed it across the front of the face mask. He never really stopped his hand and pulled on it at all. That's a real questionable call.
If you joined us late, the Cowboys put together a lengthy drive to open the game. It ended with a fumble by Michael Irvin at the 4. The Giants countered, went the length of the field. Lewis Tillman fumbled at the 1. We have no score. Emmitt Smith to the 39-yard line. Scoreless game here. Let's go back to New York, talk to Greg Gumbel, and find out what's going on elsewhere.
Well, Vern, at the Silverdome in Detroit, it is scoreless no longer. Barry Sanders from 7 yards out. He wins the race to the corner every time. With the extra point, the Lions on top of Tampa Bay, 7-0 in the first, Vern.
It's amazing to think that team lost 45-0 on opening night, but of course they did not have Barry Sanders against the Redskins.
Bingo, the magic words, Barry Sanders.
2nd down and 1. Emmitt Smith has run superbly thus far. He'll get another chance now. Lorenzo Freeman makes the first contact, and Smith is cut down at the 40. And we'll see if that's enough to move the chain. Smith leads the league, of course, in rushing with 450 yards, had 182 last week. Said yesterday he does have goals, and one of them is to lead the league at the end of the year and perhaps rush for as many as 1,500 to 1,600 yards.
And also, a big part of this Cowboy offense is his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield. He says that he'd like to catch 45 passes, has 18 already this year.
That's good for the first down.
Now, Smith, not only is he leading the league in rushing, he's the Cowboys' leading receiver.
And he was acquired with the 17th pick in the first round last year. Ultimately, that was one of those selections that came from Minnesota in the Herschel Walker trade.
And in 5 or 10 years from now, we'll still be talking about players the Cowboys have because of the Herschel Walker deal. That's how good that deal was.
1st and 10, Dallas. No score. 2:05 to go. First quarter. Aikman into the flat for Novacek. Gets a good block and is out of bounds at the 50.
Now, Jimmy Johnson told us that the key to their offense is not Troy Aikman, it's not Emmitt Smith, it's number 84, Jay Novacek, because he's the move tight end. He's the guy that's going to catch all these little dink passes down the field, catch them at about 5 or 3 yards deep, and then power his way to a first down or close to it.
Novacek with 17 catches now. He is on a pace to equal or surpass the Cowboy record of catches by a tight end, held by Doug Cosby. That's 63. 2nd and 1. No score. Final 95 seconds of the quarter. Flags are down. They'll bring the play back.
Ball start. Offense, number 66, prior to a snap.
That's the second time they've got Kevin Gogan, giant offensive line.
When you're 6'7" and 310, 15 pounds or whatever, you get down in that stance. If you just move a little bit, everybody's going to see it. He's got a lot of that momentum going there, especially in the front of his shirt.
Earth tilts. 2nd down and 6. 1:10 to go, first quarter, no score. Aikman back, fires the ball for Alvin Harper. What a catch by the #1 draft choice after the bolt by Everson Walls. That's a gain of 23 and the 2nd catch of the season for Harper.
Well, Aikman gets back in a hurry, 5-step drop, and he lets it rip. There it is, and it's on target again, but a super job by Harper, knowing that trouble's coming, and trouble is number 28. Watch at the end of it, he'll duck his head and protect the ball, make the grab, and that's a big first down for the Cowboys, a big hit from Everson Walls.
That's a gain of 23 yards, and the drive is continuing. Aikman is now 6 of 8. Looks deep again, finally throws it away. Intended receiver as such was Emmitt Smith, but that was thrown toward the photographers on the sideline. And Aikman is now 6 of 9. So lengthy drives put together by both clubs now. Jimmy Johnson's team on its 2nd long drive. They have gone from their own 1 to the Giant 33.
Both offenses have been impressive so far, and both offenses came in struggling a little bit. A couple of turnovers have really evened this one out.
2nd and 10. 18 seconds to go, scoreless first quarter. Johnson, the fullback, wide right. Oh boy, they handed up the middle, and Bobby Abrams, one of the 5 linebackers in the defensive deployment for coordinator Al Groh, makes the tackle. That'll be the final play of the quarter.
Emmitt Smith stopped by Bobby Abrams.
That's the end of one on a superb Sunday afternoon in Dallas, Texas. That's the end of the quarter with our score 0-0.
The company picnic's on today. No one's working, it's time to play. We're having fun with the whole crew. Nothing beats a ball with you, yeah. Nothing beats our best Budweiser. Nothing beats a bud. And we'll toast and cheer with the king of beers. Nothing beats a bud.
25% of business people travel to small towns. That's why from Opelika, Alabama to Calais, France, you'll find us. Holiday Inn. Stay with someone you know who really knows you.
The Allstate agent who helps insure your car can give you a hand with a plan for life insurance. Your Allstate agent wants to be your agent for life. Allstate Life. Financial strength you can count on.
7 years ago, Nick Stiles put him away for life.
Boston, you made me famous.
Now he's watching.
I got things to live for.
And waiting.
Somebody's laughing. I can hear it in my blood.
For revenge.
Now we're even, is that it? We're not even close.
Oh, come on!
Denzel Washington, John Lithgow, Ice-T. Ricochet, rated R. Starts Friday, October 4th at a theater near you.
When the ship was hit and it was going to go down, I jumped off, and when I came up out of the water, the ship was gone.
Based on the true story, Mission of the Shark, tonight.
Better than 65,000 tickets sold for this afternoon's game, the first division meeting between the two, the Giants and the Cowboys. Bert Lundquist and Dan Fouts, and Ray Handley, the 46-year-old head coach, who is learning weekly about dealing with coaching the Giants in New York City. 3rd and 11. No score in the game. Split backs. Tommy Agee has come in. Aikman is back. Here comes Taylor. Boy, he blew right around Alan Weingrad, who is in at left tackle.
Well, remember that Tuane got hurt, so here is Taylor, of course, 56 against 76 Weingrad, and I'm sorry, folks, Novacek has got to give Weingrad some help from the other side. Novacek was looking for Taylor coming inside on the blitz. LT just ran right around Weingrad for the sack.
4th sack of the season for Lawrence Taylor, and Mike Saxon is on to punt. He's averaged 49 yards per punt in the last 2 weeks, but this one can't be that deep. He punts from the 42. Megan waits. Saxon has not had a touchback this year. Now he has.
That ball looked like it went right through Kenneth Gant's hands, but he's looking at that goal line. That's a tough job there.
Taylor's sack forces the punt. Saxon's touchback gives the Giants the ball at the 20.
These are remarkable cars, and I've left all this space to show you why. First, Dodge Spirit and Plymouth Acclaim are the lowest priced 6-passenger cars in the world, even with an airbag and all the goodies you see here. But okay, you want to spruce it up, so you start adding options: air, automatic, 4-speaker stereo. When you're through, you'll find that Spirit and Acclaim, with all this, are still the lowest priced 6-passenger cars on the planet. Now get a warranty choice no other manufacturer offers.
Some men would rather live their lives sheltered in the harbor, and some would rather sail into life with the unmistakable scent of Old Spice. Clean, true, and classic. Old Spice, one of the legends of the sea. It was a good day for ideas. Plans for a sidewalk cafe were finalized. A river walk was proposed. And someone had the vision to bring luxury and romance back to train travel. Keep those ideas coming, and we'll keep making them look their best. LaserJet printers from Hewlett-Packard.
You're watching CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League.
Giant defense huddling in the sunlight. Texas Stadium, talking with Al Grove, defensive coordinator. Interesting, before the game, he said he really doesn't like to face this offensive scheme, and you know so much about it.
Well, it stretches the defense long, but they also have the ability to dink it off a little bit, and that's given them problems so far in the first quarter.
Jared Bunch is in the lineup for the Giants. Hostetler being chased, lobs it out to Hampton. He's got blockers in front and is cut down as he gets to the 26-yard line.
You see that type of play by Hostetler, and now you know why Handley picked him as his starting quarterback. Jones was in on him right now. Looked like it was going to be a sack, but this man has the ability to avoid that type of pressure, and he got it off, and that's a big play on first down. Picked up about 6-7 yards.
We have no score in the game. Hostetler now 5 of 5 for 74 yards. He surpassed his passing yardage total on the first drive today compared to that of last week in the win over Cleveland. Here's Hampton. Ray Horton grabs a piece of him. Larry Brown helps out. We are scoreless here. How about Chicago and Buffalo? Let's get more now as we go back to New York from Greg Gumbel.
All right, Vern, watch this one. Jim Kelly back to throw down the middle, picked off by Mark Carrier, who returns 43 yards for a touchdown that was called back because the Bears were offside. They're still scoreless in Buffalo, Vern.
And Mark Carrier's dog is going to be sick about that. His dog is one of the Bear mascots. First down and 10. Cowboys threaten the blitz. They're coming. Hostetler comes right side. Caught by Stephen Baker, who goes by Isaac Holt. Holt gambled again and was victimized by Baker. Hostetler a little slow getting up.
Hostetler really hung tough in the pocket there. The blitz was on, but that lets him know that he's got single coverage on the outside. What he doesn't know is how bad this is going to hurt. Oh, they got him high and low. The ball is on target here, and Vern, again, it's a defensive back, Isaac Holt, playing with very shaky confidence, and this is a mistake by Baker, trying to make too much out of one play, cutting back to the middle. Almost didn't get the first down, but he did.
Look at the yards per passing attempt for Hostetler this week compared to last. First and 10, Carthen for a couple to the 48-yard line.
And in talking to defensive coordinator Dave Wanstead before the game, he said, we're going to make Hostetler throw the ball down the field. He knows that Hostetler's had some problems this year, that the Giants are not real confident in their downfield passing attack, but right now Hostetler 6 for 6 and all kinds of yards. Maybe Wanstead will want to rethink his thinking.
It'll be second down now at the 48-yard line. Sweep left, Rodney Hampton down to the 45. Ken Norton makes the tackle. Ray Hanley shoves Mike Pope away, says, I know what I want to do.
Well, Pope is giving the personnel what type of personnel is going to be in the game. The 2 fingers means that the Giants are going to go with their normal 2-back alignment. Carthon comes in at fullback and Bunch comes out.
And Charlie Weiss next to Ray Hanley in the red shirt will signal the plays in. Here's Carthon. 3rd and 1. No score in the game. 10:50 remaining. Hampton got it with the lean, I believe, and a flag comes down. Thrown on the near side of the field. Jack Del Rio indicates that it might be a holding call. James Washington makes the tackle, and here's Pat Haggerty. Holding, wipes out the first down.
Well, and that's a big mistake. Giants had another good drive going. Their first one, of course, ended with Tillman's fumble on the 1-yard line. And here on a 3rd and 1 with an outstanding effort by Hampton to pick up the first down, they're going to go backwards with a 10-yard penalty.
Got some equipment repair going on.
Well, this is Alvin Harper, and remember, we saw him make that grab. What they've done on the sidelines, they've given him the old life preserver to put around his neck. He must have got a burner of some type in his neck because he took a heck of a shot from Walls. We may not see him again for the rest of the day because he's not seeing real clear right now.
Made that big catch for 23 yards at the end of the first quarter. 3rd and 11. 4-man rush by the Cowboys. Hostetler, Megan. Boy, he has done it again. Interesting talking to him yesterday, Dan, because he's such a loquacious young man. Said it was difficult negotiating a contract because he plays so many roles.
Well, it's a lot like Jim Jensen in Miami, where he's basically a special teams guy and then on 3rd down guy. But this is what you want, is a guy that obviously is a great punt returner, made it to the Pro Bowl that way, but give him the ball in the open field and just let him go.
That was a big 3rd down conversion on 3rd and 11. 9:43 to go, first half. No score thus far. Hostetler batted down by Danny Noonan, number 73. That is the first incomplete pass for Hostetler.
Well, watch Noonan here. He's right on the nose. He does not get off the line of scrimmage very well. What he does is he keeps his eyes on Hostetler's eyes. Hostetler will really zero in on Hampton here coming out of the backfield. And Noonan can see that. He just moves right over and bats that one away. Heads up play.
Danny Noonan, who lost his starting spot to Jimmy Jones just last week. This young Cowboy club, very strong in defensive tackle, not that strong in defensive end. 2nd down and 10, and Hostetler back. James Washington defending, but Baker makes the grab at the 34-yard line.
And Cross says, take that. Perfect throw by Hostetler, and Cross, who's not noted as a great receiver, looked a lot like Bavaro there. Guy hanging on his back, still having the ability to make the grab.
It was Cross and not Baker, and there's no similarity in size at all. Otis Anderson has made his first appearance in the ballgame now on 3rd and 2.
Well, and that deflected pass by Noonan is Hostetler's only incompletion of the afternoon.
Hostetler 107 yards passing, Aikman 108. No score in the game, 3rd and 1. Otis Anderson. First down.
Ray Handley's got to be extremely happy with the way his game plan is evolving here against the Cowboys. And Otis says, no, you can't take me out. I just made a first down for you. Oh, good. He's going to leave him back in the ballgame. But Handley wants to use all his backs. He's got outstanding talent in his backfield. Very familiar with him because he was the running back coach. Drafted Hampton and Tillman and Meggett. And Meggett against the wishes of Bill Parcells.
Change at left guard now. Bob Cratch is in. William Roberts is out for the Giants. Here comes Noonan over Cratch. Otis Anderson tripped up. Fine play by Vincent Smith, number 57. Roberts out, Cratch in, and that's where the pressure came.
Well, what they have to do is that Roberts has to come out of the game because he played tight end on the previous play. He has to come out for at least one play before he can go back to an interior line position. You see him back in there, number 66 that time. But he's got athletic ability. You know, we might even see him toss Roberts a pass on the short yardage situations.
Roberts hopes so. 2nd and 9. Hampton, great blocks on the left side. He's down to the 23-yard line. Vincent Smith with the tackle.
We talk so much about Emmitt Smith's ability to cut back. Well, watch Rodney Hampton on this one. Watch the line come off and just cave in the side of the Cowboy line, and then Hampton will cut to the left. Good job. Moat even comes down, seals off Vinnie Smith. You got the wide receivers involved in the running game. That's very, very good.
3rd and short. Bunch, flag. Bunch, flag.
We got a bunches of flags, too.
And it all means a huddle. Nope.
Ball start, number 76, offense.
Jumbo Elliott was pointing across the line. Didn't do any good.
But again, it's a penalty on a 3rd down and short situation. The second one in this drive. First one didn't hurt him any. We'll see about this time.
Boy, if you love defense, this is not the place to be today. Both clubs with long drives. Ray Handley's club trying to convert on 3rd and 6 now. 6:38 to go. Scoreless. First quarter. Jim Jeffcoat is on the bench for the Cowboys. Stubbs and Talbert are the ends. A toss. They used this on the Monday night game against San Francisco, and they come up short. It's the little lateral to Meggett.
Well, we're going to see an all-time block by a running back on a defensive end here. Watch from the outside here. We'll see Rodney Hampton come in and crush Daniel Stubbs, number 96. Stubbs never sees him coming. But I tell you one thing, when he got up, he checked for that number of that truck. A little fumble in there, but Meggett digs it back.
Matt Barr will try a 43-yard field goal. Hostetler in the hole. The tie has been broken. Barr is now 9 of 12 for the year, and the Giants take a 3-point lead.
The League Championship Series are coming to CBS. Choose sides and get ready for the battles of October.
Dodge announces the new Magnum Series engines. Engines that deliver as much as 44% more power Drop a 230 horsepower Magnum V8 into a 4x2 Dodge Dakota, and you can outhaul, outpower, and outpull the standard half-ton pickups from Ford and Chevy. Dodge trucks, a powerful way to rediscover American value. Now get a warranty choice no other manufacturer offers.
There is a new gasoline that is clearly advanced. A new gasoline that will give you the highest level of engine cleaning for high performance. A new gasoline formulated to clean fuel injectors and intake valves. Who has this new gasoline? You know who. New Phase 4 gasoline from Exxon for cleaner engines and high performance.
CBS sports coverage of the National Football League is sponsored by Dodge, a great way to rediscover American value. Hewlett-Packard LaserJet printers, they'll get you noticed. And by Budweiser, who reminds you friends know when to say when.
On their second possession, the New York Giants drive from their own 20-yard line and wind up with a 43-yard field goal from that man. They lead it 3-0. 5:43 to go before halftime. Dixon and Derek Shepard are the deep men for the Cowboys. Opening kickoff was a touchback for Matt Barr. This one will be returned. And Dixon grabs it at the 7-yard line. Out to the 23. Tackle made by Jared Bunch, number 33. Vincent Smith gets a little attention paid to his ankles. Time has been called. 5.5 to go first half. Giants up by 3.
Who's got the marketing plan? I do. Sales forecast.
Right here.
Presentation boards?
Murphy's got it.
Where's Murphy?
This is the final boarding call for Delta Flight 6.
Maddie Klein knows careers are riding on Delta flights.
Mr. Murphy?
Yes. We better go.
Nobody told me you had a cast.
Nobody knew.
Passengers should now be on board.
Maybe that's why more business people fly Delta than ever before.
Mr. Murphy, you have a nice trip.
Thanks. Already had one.
Delta, we love to fly and it shows.
The power of untapped, untouched potential. At GTE, we'll put that power in your hands with a new generation of precision materials. It's the power to make your products faster, stronger, more efficient, and to bring breakthrough ideas to life. We're giving it to others, we can give it to you. The power of a new manufacturing edge. Because at GTE, the power is on.
Shine the lights on you, shine the lights on me. Keep your Bud Light shining for everyone to see. Shine the lights on this, shine the lights on that. Oh, shining all the others is where Bud Light's at.
When you're looking good, you want Bud Light. The clean, fresh taste won't fill you up and never lets you down.
You can taste it, you can feel it. You know you got it right. Everything else is just a light. Keep your Bud.
This game summary is sponsored by Bud Light.
Total yardage about even thus far. Both teams have lost the football inside the 5-yard line. Matt Barr's 43-yard field goal, the only scoring. Ostetler, average yards per attempt of just above 10 as he attempts to silence the critics back home.
And in those 9 completions, he's gone to 5 different receivers and to both his outside receivers, Ingram and Baker, both have 2 catches.
Which doubles the number of catches they had last week, which helped ignite a lot of the conversation. 3-0. Giants lead it. 5:34 to go. Michael Irvin comes wide left for the Cowboys into the sunlight. Backs are in the eye. Play action on first down. Here comes Taylor. That pass almost picked off. Flag is down.
They're going to get Diassi for pass interference. He had no idea where the ball was. He saw the receiver, and he knows one thing. Hit the opposite colored jersey. Take a look at it. Number 99 is Steve Diassi playing in the middle here. Watch after the fake as he'll drop back and really hustle down the field. Turns his back to the play, and now he's going to mug the wide receiver, Michael Irvin. What I don't understand, though, it seems like every time we get a penalty in the National Football League now, these guys have got to get together and discuss the whole thing. If that's not pass interference, I don't know what is. What's the big discussion all about?
I have no idea. All right.
Yeah, we're over here, Pat.
Defensive pass interference, number 99.
It's almost like they're drawing straws there, or flipping a coin, or
could they have wondered who it was?
I mean, Diassi probably said, "Hey, listen, I'm guilty. Give me the chair."
Steve, of course, is a former Cowboy, fired here after a conversation, an altercation, verbal altercation with Dave Wanstead early in the Johnson regime. Everson Walls also sent to the Giants. Walls was fired because he dared to talk to Roy Green and the Phoenix Cardinals after a game. For shame. Reverse. Alexander Wright. Well, LT just stayed home. And when you've got 4.09 speed, it might mean something, but you got to do something with it.
Well, and here Lawrence Taylor, I mean, he's the best linebacker that's ever played football. Are you going to fool him? You can fool him for a little bit, but hey, he's seen it all. Been to 10 Pro Bowls. I don't care how fast you are. I feel sorry for the young man, Alexander Wright. Gets the reverse, and he gets the ball. He turns around, and he sees that looking at him.
Lawrence has got to be saying, "You're kidding me."
That's a gimme. That's a tap-in for Lawrence Taylor.
Got the handicap in golf down to 4 now. Second down and 14. Here comes Taylor again. Knocks Veingrad backwards, but the catch is made by Alfredo Roberts. A backup tight end, and Aikman put that on a string.
Let's check out LT. He's going to launch Veingrad as he comes in. Number 76 is going to end up on his wallet. But Aikman gets the ball off because he stepped up into the pocket, and Alfredo Roberts picks up his first catch of the year.
Number 36,
Aikman is now 7 of 10 for 129 yards. First and 10, Dallas. Veingrad is playing left tackle in the place of Tuanay, who has a groin injury. Here's the toss to Emmitt Smith on the sweep. Veingrad in front. First down at the 21. Gogan was also out there.
Well, he got 182 yards against the Cardinals last week, mostly up inside. He having a lot more success getting wide this afternoon. Runs around LT, and LT gets up, complains of holding, which is his normal deal now whenever the ball goes by him. Sometimes he's got a good case. That time, I don't think so.
First down at the 22. That is Ken Willis, the Cowboys place kicker. Kelvin Martin checks in now at wide receiver for Dallas. Straight drop back. Blitz is on. Darrell Johnson makes the catch. Circles by Mark Collins. And that may have given him an extra 2 yards to the 15-yard line.
Watch this lick on Troy Aikman as this blitz is coming. The Giants know one way of stopping a team that's on the run is to come after them. That time Reasons lays into him, but Aikman has the strongest chin in football. He's received 40 stitches in it over his short career. Wears now one of those crash helmet types of chin straps. He says, "No more cut chins for me."
Aikman has spread it around. 7 different receivers in the first half. Second and 4, Emmitt Smith to the 11. That might be enough to move the chain. Looks like it is. As we near the 2-minute warning.
And the Cowboys have answered with another impressive offensive drive after the Giants went down and got 3.
2-minute warning is upon us. The Cowboys waiting to see whether or not they got the first down. They'll measure.
It's a car born of intelligent engineering. It's 100,000 ideas fused into one. It's responsive, innovative, refined. It's a driver's side airbag and anti-lock brakes. Introducing the all-new 88 Royale LS. Oldsmobile, the power of intelligent engineering.
There's something new, you're gonna love it. From KFC, it's called the Go Bucket. Pick any kind, just $5.99. At KFC, it's Go Bucket time.
KFC introduces $5.99 Go Buckets. Enjoy original recipe, hot wings, or extra tasty crispy chicken. Choose any one for just $5.99.
Nobody's cooking like today's KFC. Nobody's cooking like today's KFC.
Hi, I sell Sealy Posturepedic. They're so comfortable, I can sell them in my sleep. Especially during Sealy's NFL Hit the Sack sale. We're dropping back the prices on all our Posturepedic mattress sets. Plus, when you buy one, you'll score an NFL jacket or other NFL merchandise. So rush in, tackle the savings, and turn this season into a dream season.
Run in for Sealy's NFL Hit the Sack sale.
I knew that if I died, it would kill my mother, so I kept myself alive just thinking about her.
Based on the true story, Mission of the Shark, tonight.
Jimmy Johnson has never defeated the New York Giants as head coach of the Cowboys. His team trails now by 3, but they did pick up the first down. They've got a first down and 10 at the 11-yard line. Just an update. Mark Tuanay is in the locker room being checked for a groin injury. His backup is Eric Williams, a rookie tackle, but Williams is on the inactive list. So Weingrad, who came over in Plan B from Green Bay and plays a number of positions, has moved in the left tackle.
Well, and sometimes you're really rolling the dice with who you decide to put on that inactive list. Hopefully for the Cowboys, it won't hurt them this afternoon.
Weingrad came to work thinking he'd play on the right side, gets here and finds out he's got Taylor all afternoon. Aikman, right side, Emmitt Smith, out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Carl Banks made the tackle. And the clock continues to run, 1:43. He did not get out of bounds. Cowboys have their full complement of first downs, timeouts rather.
They got a lot of first downs today too, Vern.
Yeah.
And they have a chance to make a first down here without scoring. They need about 2 yards for the first down and 4 yards for the touchdown.
Interesting, Jimmy Johnson criticized in the Monday night loss to the Redskins for clock management. This time doing a good job. He doesn't want to leave too much on the clock. Emmitt Smith, touchdown Dallas. May have left too much on the clock.
I don't think he'll mind.
I don't either.
6 points. You bet. Been a long time since the Cowboys have beaten the Giants, having a good first half so far. But the key to this is people moving backwards in blue jerseys. And then at 5'9" and 205 pounds, Emmitt Smith can get real low and real powerful. Bulls his way in for the 6.
4th touchdown on the ground this year for Emmitt Smith. Ken Willis out of Jay Novacek's hold. And it's 7-3. Well, not what we expected. Both teams showing a real ability to move the football.
The power of intelligent engineering is routinely put to the test at Oldsmobile. And here's the result. Of all the Cutlass Sierras ever sold in the last 10 years, we can say 96% are still on the road. Safely say, Oldsmobile, the power of intelligent engineering.
Radio Shack, America's technology store.
Sale prices have never been better at Radio Shack. Here's proof. This realistic high-power in-AM/FM radio cassette with 30 presets just reduced to $99.95. Or this high-quality voice-actuated realistic micro-cassette recorder for school or office, only $33.88. Radio Shack has over 80 cassette player recorder models to choose from. Shop your friendly nearby Radio Shack. Great selection, superior service. Nobody compares.
Where do you want to be in 20 years?
Well, my father worked for the same company for 39 years. He got 2 weeks vacation, but we never traveled far. He was saving to put 3 kids through college. At 65, he retired. At 67, he died. How can I invest so that after my kids graduate, I can enjoy the second half of my life?
You can get there from here with Shearson Lehman Brothers.
For the right woman and the right man, love means never having to say, "Excuse me." The Naked Gun, Tuesday.
Emmitt Smith with 63 yards in the first half last year in 2 games. A total of 39. And the Cowboys lead it 7-3. Willis to kick off. Dave Meggett at the 2. Out to the 21. Giants get the ball back with 68 seconds left in the first half, and they trail by 4.
Choose sides and get ready for the battles of October.
AT&T, the right choice. In 1961, Hall of Famer Ray Berry caught 75 passes. Incredibly, none went for a touchdown. The record for most catches without scoring is 85. Who holds this record? Chuck Foreman of the Vikings, William Andrews of the Falcons, or James Wilder of the Buccaneers? Which would you choose?
I don't want gimmicks. I want just a phone company I can count on.
You know, we're going to see this dramatic drop in our phone bill, and we didn't.
And it was just like a hassle figuring out both bills, both sets. And so we just said, hey, you know, we just scrapped it.
The service wasn't there. So I went to AT&T and stayed with AT&T.
And I've been happy with them ever since. It's just been great.
Get back the service and value you deserve. Come back to AT&T now for free.
In 1984, James Wilder of the Buccaneers caught 85 passes without ever crossing the goal line. If you said Wilder, you made the right choice.
Introducing a car so intelligently engineered, its elegance and grace can be measured along these lines or graded on a curve. The 1992 Oldsmobile 88 Royale, beautifully redefined and nimble enough to prove that a straight line isn't always the best way to get from point A to point B. Oldsmobile, the power of intelligent engineering.
Coming up on the NFL Today Dockers halftime report. Greg and Terry will have all the scores, highlights, and the latest information from around the league. That is 68 seconds from now. Well, Ray Hanley has elected in the final 68 seconds to go with 4 wide receivers and Dave Meggett. Jimmy Johnson has countered with 4 down linemen and 7 defensive backs. And Hostetler will go from the shotgun. He is 9 of 10. For 108 yards. Bart Oates to center. Lob it right to Meggett. Meggett out of a tackle, out of another, and brought down from behind by Daniel Stubbs. But that's a first down to the 35.
And Stubbs didn't want to let go there. Knocked Meggett's mouthpiece out of his mouth, and Meggett had to go back for it.
Meggett with 3 catches now. Stunts by the defensive line. The catch made by Odessa Turner, and he is out of bounds at the 43-yard line, allowing the Giants to save one of their timeouts. That stops the clock. Hostetler 11 of 12 in the first half now for 131 yards.
And his average per attempt is well over 10 yards per throw, so he is quieting a lot of critics with his right arm.
2nd and 1. 36 seconds to go. Hostetler dropped. Stephen Baker. And he may have sensed the presence of James Washington, number 37.
Well, the ball was thrown to the inside just a little bit too far for Baker's comfort zone. You saw that he kind of short-armed that one. Hostetler he feels he threw a good pass, but I tell you one thing, those receivers, they know exactly the limits of that zone defense, and when a safety like Washington's got a beat on them.
3rd and 1. 32 seconds. 3-man front now for the Cowboys. Caught. First down at the 49-yard line. Isaac Holt and Manny Hendricks having a conversation with Megan and Baker. And Bill Roberts, William Roberts, who could settle it all, is in the middle of it.
He could hold them apart like rag dolls, couldn't he? Yeah, he could hold Megan in his left hand, Holt or any of those other Cowboys in his right hand. Of course, this guy's got the final word because he's got the whistle and the flag.
Giants have used one of their timeouts. 24 seconds to go before halftime.
Lots of men have heard about minoxidil, and lots of men have heard about Rogaine, but lots of men don't know that only Rogaine has minoxidil, and only your doctor has Rogaine. For more information, call this number now.
If you want to get the complete story about Rogaine with minoxidil, what it does and how it does it, see your doctor or call 1-800-274-8270.
Upjohn Information Center.
That's 1-800-274-8270.
If your sporty car doesn't feel so sporty anymore, you need a change. By the team, the BF Goodrich Tire Team. They'll put on BF Goodrich TA Performance tires. Tires designed just for your sporty car. It's a whole new level of performance. Feel the difference. See your BF Goodrich Tire Team if they don't see you first.
It's a car born of intelligent engineering. It's 100,000 ideas fused into one. It's responsive, innovative, refined. It's a driver's side airbag and anti-lock brakes. Introducing the all-new 88 Royale LS. Oldsmobile, the power of intelligent engineering.
Ray Hanley and the Giants with a first down and 10, 24 seconds to go.
And what he's thinking right now is 20 more yards, and we'll put Barr in position for about a 47, 45-yarder. Not a lot, probably not enough time to drive down the field against this loose zone of the Cowboys to get a touchdown.
Well, they're rushing 3, and they've got 8 defensive backs in. Hostetler with problems with the snap. Pumps, goes right side, incomplete. Intended for Ed McCaffrey, and Hostetler limping a little bit as he peers over at the sidelines. It'll be second down and 10. Well, if you call 5 defensive backs a nickel, 6 defensive backs are a dime, 7, I guess, a quarter. What do you do with this one?
I call it a peso, maybe.
If it doesn't work, you call it not worth much.
It's working pretty good now. This is a gold piece.
Second and 10. Hostetler. Here he goes. Good job by Larry Brown to knock him out of bounds with 10 seconds to go.
Now let's check out that secondary, Vern, and show you just exactly what Hostetler is looking at. You know, you got 8 guys back there, and you have about 3 of them at the 30-yard line here. They'll drop back here, and then you got other guys right in here, and there's just no place for Hostetler to find any of his receivers. Very loose, 3-man rush. He's got a lot of time, but now that time runs out, as it eventually will. And a good job by Wanstead and his Cowboys.
Giants have 2 timeouts left. They've opted to use one now. So they call timeout with a 3rd down coming up, and the ball at the 49-yard line.
And now he needs 19 yards to get Barr in position for a 47-yarder, which is probably where Barr feels is his limit.
Greg and Terry with scores and highlights coming up at halftime. You see Phil Simms alongside Jeff Hostetler. Dan and I had a chance today. It was kind of interesting to chat with Phil Simms yesterday. And as he was leaving our conversation with a big grin on his face, he said, "I'll tell you the whole story someday when I write the book." And then we talked to Ray Hanley about 25 minutes later. And at the end of that conversation, with a smile, Hanley said, "It'll all be in the book, either mine or Phil's. And Phil's probably going to write his before I do."
Yeah, well, you know, Phil is, he's getting on in age. He's probably looking to figure out how he's going to make money once he retires. He may have a bestseller. I just hope that he remembers this wonderful plug we're giving him this afternoon when he gets all those royalty checks.
Third down. Hostetler on the half roll to the right. Fires it deep. Caught by Ingram, and he gets out of bounds with 3 seconds left. And that's going to mean about a 52-yard field goal for Barr.
And Barr's career best is 53 yards. So in the terms of the astronauts, we are pushing Barr's envelope here. He is at his limit.
Matt Barr, who is 9 of 12 thus far this season. This will be 53 yards. Steve Diossi will center. Hostetler will hold. So this would equal. Let's see if it's officially 53 or 52. Regardless, it's on the way, and it's going to be short. They officially called it a 52-yard attempt. Jimmy Johnson's bunch has a 4-point lead. That's the end of the first half. With our score, the Dallas Cowboys 7 and the New York Giants 3.
CBS sports coverage of the National Football League is sponsored by Oldsmobile, the power of intelligent engineering. The Upjohn Company, if you're concerned about hair loss, see your doctor. And by BF Goodrich TA Tires, the most exciting change you can make to your car.
These are called the mean streets. These are the streets of Newark, New Jersey. Here in the shadow of Manhattan's skyline, young people need a chance, an alternative to the dead-end street, where drugs, violence, poverty, and desperation can lead to death. I'm Leonard Marshall of the New York Giants, and as a United Way volunteer, I've seen how the United Way works through programs like the Boys and Girls Club of Newark. They created a program like Ready, Rigorous, Educational Assistance for Deserving Youth. Here, United Way is teaching entrepreneurship to these underprivileged youths, giving them business training, creating jobs and business opportunities. They're building equity and operating their own businesses. They cooperatively own this sandwich shop. They share in the work and the profits. They're learning that there is a way to beat the cycle of despair and hopelessness. And that's how United Way brings out the best in them and all of us. And hey, you get a great sandwich in the bargain. Thanks a lot, guys.
This message furnished by the National Football League.
If I told you the C&P telephone yellow pages would cure the common cold, you wouldn't buy it. If I said it would grow hair, you'd laugh out loud. So if I told you C&P could fit all the choices in Washington, all the ads you need into one book, would you believe me? I didn't think so. After all, we weren't born yesterday. The genuine C&P telephone yellow pages. 9 out of 10 use it. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic company.
There is a new gasoline that is clearly advanced. A new gasoline that will give you the highest level of engine cleaning for high performance. A new gasoline formulated for lower pollution and cleaner air. Who has this new gasoline? You know who. New Phase 4 gasoline from Exxon for high performance and cleaner air.
Where do your pick 4 numbers come from?
They come to me in my dreams. Sometimes a bear brings them, sometimes a duck.
Cherie knows the numbers, but she won't tell me.
They just come to me. Thanks.
1526, 1527, 1528, 1529, 1530.
I get mine from the stars.
4 numbers. They're out there, and you can play them in any order or exact order. Top prize, $5,000.
The NFL Today Dockers Halftime Report is sponsored by Levi's Dockers. Relax, you're among friends.
Welcome back to our studios in New York, everyone. Greg Gumbel along with Terry Bradshaw. Halftime of the game that you are watching. The Dallas Cowboys lead the Giants 7-3. Jeff Hostetler, we've been talking about whether or not he should be the starting quarterback or not for the Giants. 13 of 16, 147 yards, but he still hasn't put the ball in the end zone.
Well, and Matt Barr has kicked yet another field goal. But the thing, I did see some good stuff. I saw him looking around. I saw him coming back, throwing the ball vertically down the football field, which is, I think, is very important. Also, scrambling, play action, getting him out of the pocket. The things he did last year that got him this job this year.
Okay, both teams have fumbled inside their 5-yard line. 7-3 Cowboys now at halftime. Meanwhile, the battle of the unbeatens at Rich Stadium in Buffalo as they wind down toward halftime. The Bears leading the Bills by a score of 6-0. Well, there's a helmet you don't see very often. Bruce Smith puts the big hit on Jim Harbaugh. We talked about whether or not he'd be effective or not today. He puts Harbaugh down. Ball was incomplete. Mike Ditka looking on and sees his big guy, William Perry, coming in on Jim Kelly. And the Bears, who were said to maybe be pretty much outmatched in this game, Kevin Butler's managed a couple of field goals, and they've shut Jim Kelly down.
If you go back to the second show we did this year, we were all, just marveling at the Bills' offense. But there was one cautious note there is that you'll see teams really come on strong, and then you're going to see them tail off. And what you're seeing now, I think, in Buffalo, teams have gotten used to the no-huddle. They're geared up for it, and now you're seeing the production of the offense go down a little bit. Everyone seems to be matching up well against that Bills offense.
And let's remember the Bears have had 2 touchdowns called back in this game because of penalty. In Detroit, the Lions are on fire. They are leading Tampa Bay by a score of 21-0. And there's Vinny Testaverde watching as backup quarterback Chris Chandler leads the Bucs today, but Barry Sanders from 7 yards out for the touchdown here. And then Rodney Peete, there was some question of whether or not he was going to play, starting and doing well.
Great throw, perfect throw, led the receiver over the outside shoulder, Willie Green. Evidently he made the catch. Evidently both feet were in bounds.
Evidently the Lions are rolling. It's 21-0 as they approach halftime. And the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints, as they get close to the half in Atlanta, the Falcons lead it by a score of 6-3. It was a 3-0 game until this play. Watch the pass to John Tice. He fumbles, and along comes Ken Tippins.
Yeah, this is just a great move here. Look at Tippins picks it up. There was some controversy as whether or not Tice had possession of the ball and both feet on the ground. They reviewed the play, said he and did have control. Feet were down. Good play for the Falcons.
Extra point, no good, and it's a 6-3 Atlanta lead. Now, this is a doubleheader day here on CBS. Coming up in our late games, some of you will see the Rams hosting the Packers or the Raiders at home against the 49ers. And that means former 49er superstars Roger Craig and Ronnie Lott meeting their old teammates for the first time in regular season play. Craig will start at running back for the Raiders with a bruised shoulder. Lott will be dishing out his usual punishment at safety. But as he told our Jim Gray, it's not easy to hurt the ones you love.
Is it hard not to think about the other guys?
They're my buddies. I mean, and I think that the thing about sports is that sports it gives you a chance to have allegiance with a certain group of people, but yet we always got to remember that it is a human element there, and that human element is the fact that I care about the Montanas, the Haleys, the Don Griffins, and so many of the guys on the team because they're friends. They're lifelong friends.
Turning to baseball quickly, the Minnesota Twins could clinch the American League West today. They're playing at Toronto, but right now they are trailing the Blue Jays in the second inning by a score of 2-0. As we reported earlier, the New York Mets have fired manager Bud Harrelson and named third base coach Mike Cubbage interim manager. Short time ago, we asked the Mets outgoing GM Frank Cashin how Harrelson took the news.
I can't say that he was very happy. I don't know how totally surprised he was or unsurprised about it. I know that he had wished that we had a different verdict to give him. Buddy was very calm, very much a gentleman, very much a man about the whole thing. And as I said, I'm sure that he wished he had gotten a different decision out of us, but he was very graceful.
And the NFL Today continues here on CBS after this word from your local station.
Their mission was successfully completed, but the danger had just begun.
Fatal abandoned ship!
1,100 men lost at sea.
Get everyone out of the water now!
No one could hear their cries for help but the sharks. Based on the true story.
God help them.
Stacy Keach, Richard Thomas, Mission of the Shark, tonight.
If you can't stand the heat.
How hot and wet do you like it?
Get out of the kitchen. Leslie Nielsen, The Naked Gun, Tuesday.
This is CBS.
As your car ages, it may need higher and higher octane
to perform like it used to. But there is a gasoline specially formulated to control this higher octane need while providing the highest level of engine cleanliness. Texaco System 3. You'll get great performance in every octane grade. Still think all gasolines are the same?
Vous souvenez-vous comment on se faisait les appels à l'étranger? La communication n'était pas toujours très bonne et le prix était si élevé. Et maintenant, voici Sprint World, avec nos prix les plus bas. Et chez Sprint, nous vous assurons des communications claires et de qualité. Et ça, ce sont deux choses qu'on sait apprécier dans n'importe quelle langue.
DHL was making express deliveries overseas before Federal Express was even in business. With a head start like that, we can simply do things others can't. DHL, faster to more of the world.
Donna Summer putting the rumors to rest on Entertainment Tonight.
Cowboys lead the Giants 7-3. Halftime activities will continue after this message. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
All right, Angela, stretch up, arch your back.
I remember the very first time I fell. I didn't want to ride again. But after Grandpa picked me up and put me back on, I knew I had to try.
At AT&T, we know every great athlete has been inspired by someone. As a proud sponsor of the U.S. Olympic team, we salute them all.
After all these years, Grandpa's still there to pick me up.
When what you eat and drink upsets your stomach, you want a medicine that works directly on your stomach itself. Pepto-Bismol. As it coats, Pepto delivers powerful medicine directly to your stomach, right where you hurt. It's powerful relief. Pepto-Bismol. It's real medicine for your stomach.
The Allstate agent who helps insure your car can give you a hand with a plan for life insurance. Life insurance. Your Allstate agent wants to be your agent for life. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Over its life, a Motorcraft battery delivers enough energy to light up a small park. Like Candlestick Park. Shouldn't you install that peace of mind? Motorcraft quality parts from Ford.
Morning, lady.
Trying her for murder would be easy if she were only one person. What do you mean, if she were only one person? Tune in tonight and find out.
How to seduce a woman.
You're a knockout. I don't mean just pretty, no, beautiful. The lips, the mouth, the eyes. If men aren't attracted to you, it's totally because of your abrasive personality.
Thank you.
How to seduce a man.
Flashman, I'm a grown woman. I am not some cow in heat waiting to get poked by the lankiest bull in the pasture.
All new Northern Exposure Monday.
CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League is sponsored by Ford and your Ford dealer. Have you driven a Ford lately? United Airlines, come fly the airline that spans more than half the world. And by Ford Motorcraft Quality Parts.
Game 5 of the 1991 season. The Cowboys lead the Giants 7-3. I don't think we're surprised at the score, that it's low scoring. But there has been a lot of offense. Both teams have turned it over one time inside the 5. Total yards 203 to 192, Dan.
And, you know, this is just half the game, so both teams are on a 400-yard pace here. And as far as the quarterbacks are concerned, Hostetler has dealt his completions to 7 different receivers, while Troy Aikman has hit 8 different receivers. So the quarterbacks are doing a super job of looking around, finding out who's open.
Ken Willis will kick off. Meggett and Ingram are deep for the Giants. Interesting, I chatted with Brad Sham at halftime, who has been the Cowboys radio play-by-play boy since 1984. He said it was the best half of football he had seen a Dallas team play since 1986. might not concur. Here's Megan. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Flag is down back at the 18-yard line. 3 first-half possessions. They started at the 5, 10 plays and a fumble. They started at the 20 and got a field goal after 13 plays and then missed a field goal. So they have yet to punt.
59. Illegal push in the back on the return.
That's Brian Williams. And it will cost the Giants. The only punt of the game thus far, Mike Saxon, and that one went into the end zone for a touchback. Now Hostetler, 13 of 16 for 147 yards.
And the Giants will start this second half on their 14-yard line. And what they want to do offensively now is go to their big people. They got Bunch in the game. They took their 2 wide receivers out. They're going to try and power the ball against the Cowboy front.
Saw the update on the Ryder Cup from Kiowa Island, South Carolina, 12-11. Europe leads 7-3 here. One setback, Jared Bunch in motion. Play fake. And they find Jared Bunch, and he struggles up to the 21-yard line. Fumble, Ray Horton has it, and the Cowboys have scored.
Just picked Jared Bunch's pocket, and in that pocket he found a football and he took it to the bank. Watch a nice play by Hostetler getting rid of this under pressure. Now watch Horton. Ball is down on the ground. He knocked it out, picked it up, and scores from 21 yards out.
Boy, that looked for all the world like Steve McMichael against Blair Thomas on Monday night. They are looking at a replay now. Ray Horton, who came over in Plan B from Cincinnati. And this is a Giant team that set an NFL record for fewest turnovers in a season a year ago. Their 7th fumble already.
Well, it's young guys that are doing the fumbling, too. Tillman in the first half, and now Bunch on the second play of the second half. And that is a fumble. That ball was clearly on the ground. Heads up by Ray Horton. And that's why he's here in Dallas by way of Plan B from Cincinnati, is he's a heads-up smart football player.
Play stands as ruled. Touchdown.
Now, what a way to start your second half if you're a Cowboy and if you're a rookie #1 pick. Not what the coach had in mind.
Jared Bunch out of Michigan. Novacek will hold. Willis's extra point is good. And somewhat shockingly, the Giants have lost 2 fumbles today. The second return for a touchdown. The Cowboys up by 11.
How do you improve a design like Ford Taurus? With no negatives, you simply accentuate the positives. Aerodynamic design becomes slipperier. Instrumentation and controls become handier. An inviting interior becomes friendlier. And in the end, the most award-winning car in its class becomes even classier. The new Ford Taurus. Have you ever wished the good things in life could get even better? Have you driven a Ford lately?
They came to this country from everywhere else. And now, the airline that's uniting the world is ready to take you back. United, the airline whose service made it #1 across the Pacific, takes you across the Atlantic to cities throughout Europe, including service to London's Heathrow. United to Europe. Come see what we're made of. Come fly the friendly skies.
14-3, the Cowboys lead. Ray Horton with a fumble recovery. First time a fumble has been returned for a touchdown by the Cowboys in 2 years. Jack Del Rio was the last to do it, and Ken Willis will kick it off. 14-3. Meggett at the 5, bobbles the ball. This is incredible. On Saturday, CBS Sports will cover the pennant races as the regular season winds down to its last weekend. Then the Battles of October begin a week from Tuesday, October the 8th, Game 1 of the American League Championship Series, starting at 8:30 Eastern Time. As the Twins drive toward clinching the AL West, Toronto and Boston battle it out in the AL East. Toronto leading Minnesota 2-0 in the 4th. Meanwhile, the Dodgers and Braves slug it out in the NL West to face the Pirates. It begins with Saturday, Baseball 91, 2:30 Eastern Time. Hostetler, Hampton, 1 yard. Well, now the crowd is back in it as well. Jim Jeffcoat.
That's exactly what you don't want if you're a Giant at this point, because this is such a loud stadium. There's no closed in. The whole thing's closed except for the hole in the roof, so that it really rattles a little bit. And when you're backed up like this, it's even doubly tough.
There you see the disparity in the turnovers a year ago in 1991. Second down and 9. Ingram in motion. Hostetler rolls left, pulls up and drills it. Ingram out of the tackle, and then hauled down from behind at the 25. It's a first down. Larry Brown made the stop, number 24.
Well, again, Ray Handley told us yesterday that the direction of the game of the 90s favors a player like Hostetler because you've got to be able to move around in the pocket. He feels that that was the reason that he favored him over Sims. And right now, Hostetler is paying back Ray Handley quite handsomely.
Hostetler is 15 of 18. First down and 10 at the 25. 14-3. Dallas leads. Play action. Hostetler shakes the tackle by Tony Casillas and then has a first down at the 40-yard line. Casillas was right there. And then Hostetler went there.
Well, he's looking at number 30 here, Isaac Holt. He's trying to get Ingram deep against him. But now this is why he's so valuable. He has running back speed and instincts, and yet he's smart enough as a quarterback to know when to get out of bounds.
At the half, Buffalo up by 1. Barry Sanders has scored twice in Detroit's game. And the Saints trying to go 5-0. First down at the 40. Across the middle, crossing pattern. Rodney Hampton picks up 4.
You mentioned Hostetler's stats of 15 out of 18. Well, he's a perfect 4 for 4 for 52 yards when he's out of the pocket running the bootlegs or the rollout. So he's got it all going for him today.
Ray Handley, Matt Cavanaugh, Charlie Weiss. And the offense, Riesenberg, Moore, Oates, Roberts, and Elliott up front. Howard crossed the tight end. 2 wide receivers split wide to the left, and Meggett is out wide right. Blitz is coming. Hostetler goes deep in the middle for Ingram, who's open. Has the grab in stride, beat Isaac Holt again. And a perfect pass from Hostetler. 41 yards, longest pass play of the season.
You can't throw it any better, Vern. The inside receiver on the post route is Ingram, and this ball is just perfect. That's good coverage by Holt, but again, he's not confident enough to know where his receiver is and then look for the ball. And at the end of it, what nobody ever sees is how the quarterback's treated very roughly by Tony Casillas.
41 yards, first and 10 at the 15. Jared Bunt starts in motion. Rodney Hampton slices over left tackle between Roberts and Elliott, and he is down at the 10-yard line.
And now you're seeing why the Giants have a couple of Super Bowl rings. They have the spirit and the resolve of champions, and they're showing it. They started the second half here with probably the worst thing you can do is fumble on your first play and have it returned for a touchdown. But now in this second drive, they had started with terrible field position. But Hostetler is being a true leader. He's got him in scoring range right now.
Hostetler is 17 of 20. It's second down and 5. Toss to Hampton. Sweep to the left. And he keeps fighting toward the 6-yard line. He's out of bounds.
Hanley told us yesterday that he felt that his offensive line was really starting to hit their stride. Hampton with real good patience that time, running behind Jumbo Elliott. Elliott is so big that he gives a lot of people problems when he gets on them, and he's got the mobility to stay on them once he makes contact. And now Hampton can just get in behind him, and it's that old mush type of thing where they just push right on down the field.
3rd and 1 from the 6. 14-3, Dallas leads. Hampton.
Now Jim Jeffcoat comes up with this big play. Norton may have got the tackle, but watch Jeffcoat right here in the middle. He'll just explode right away up the field and get almost onto the handoff there. He spins Hampton around and Norton cleans him up.
The last time the Cowboys defeated the Giants was '87. Jeffcoat returned an interception for a touchdown. Matt Barr's field goal is up and good from 29 yards. But Jim Jeffcoat, who is one of only 10 men remaining from the last team to defeat Dallas, comes up with a big third down play.
Ford Trucks, the best ever is. Ford Trucks.
Look, we already make the world's best-selling trucks, but we made our 92 Ford full-size pickup even better with a new design, new interior, new instrument panel, new available power lumbar seats. But there's one thing that'll never change. It's still built Ford tough.
More people are driving the best-built, best-selling American trucks than ever before.
It took all day, but they finally came up with one very big idea. What do you bet they printed on a laser jet from Hewlett-Packard?
In making an artistic statement, one's personal aroma shouldn't do the talking. So I use Right Guard Sports Stick with maximum protection. A true artiste should be known for inspiration, not perspiration. Right Guard Sports Stick. Anything less would be uncivilized.
Inside your smooth-running engine is a torture chamber. And under these grueling conditions, only one leading motor oil meets the world's toughest requirements for viscosity breakdown. Castrol, the only leading motor oil that provides maximum protection against viscosity and thermal breakdown. So use Castrol. After all, why make things tougher on your engine? Castrol GTX, engineered for today's smaller cars.
I've seen 15 to 20 men taken by sharks, and I'll never forget it.
Based on the true story.
The nightmares never go away.
Mission of the Shark, tonight.
A brilliant blue September sky over Texas Stadium in Irving, 65,000 on hand. Here is Matt Barr's kickoff, and it will be 9 yards into the end zone, and a touchback. Dallas will have it at the 20-yard line. Doubleheader today on CBS, and coming up next, out on the West Coast, the 49ers go into Los Angeles to meet two of their old friends, Ronnie Lott, Roger Craig. That's game 2 of our doubleheader. It will not be seen, we remind you, in the New York City area or in Dallas-Fort Worth. Now Troy Aikman, 9:05 to go third quarter, and the Cowboy offense on the field for the first time. The only score in this half, a fumble recovery of 20 yards Ray Horton stripped Jared Bunch of the ball. 14-6 now. And Aikman 9 of 12 for 141 yards in the first half. Emmitt Smith, he had 63 yards at halftime, and he picks up 3 more now. Lawrence Taylor makes the tackle.
Straight play bunch shot was high five. Because that guy came in motion. Take a look at LT here working against Alfredo Roberts. Turns the play in and trips up Emmitt Smith. But the Cowboys feel they have to run at Lawrence Taylor, and yet they have to run at Carl Banks too. But when you have a running back that can cut back, you can be right a lot of the time, and of course Smith is very good at that.
U.S. has taken the lead now in the Ryder Cup. Second down. Aikman back, good protection. Deep right side. Over Collins, and Collins had a shot at it. Alexander Wright had him 2 yards, and Aikman is upset with himself, I think.
Well, what Troy did is he took too long to let it go. When you're throwing the ball deep like that, you got to get back in a hurry and let it rip. He just held it too long, and even as strong as Troy's arm is, you've got to get it up a little bit sooner. And Collins really, he blew that one. That was a sure interception. That went right through his hands. I think he was expecting the receiver, Alexander Wright, to come back and contest him for that interception, but Wright was behind him so far, couldn't get back.
Tommy Agee in. This is only the 4th third down play. Blitz is coming. Aikman stands strong. Has the ball on a rope. Kelvin Martin, first down, Dallas at the 32.
So much of this offense is designed on the quarterback getting back and throwing on time to his receivers. Aikman, 5-step drop that time, threw the ball before Martin had even made his break and threw it perfectly.
I know, Dan, you're one of those who feels that this offensive scheme is really perfect for Aikman. Why?
Well, because he's a tough guy. You got to take a lot of licks in that pocket. You're setting short a lot of the time, plus he's got the physical attributes needed.
1st and 10, Dallas. They lead it by 8, 14-6. Smith. Taylor. Enough said. All right, so Gary Reasons, beg your pardon, not Lawrence Taylor.
Well, Taylor stuffed it, and Smith was looking for some room back over the middle, and that's where he found number 55. Take a look at it. Watch number 56, Taylor, just come off and stuff Alfredo Roberts at the line of scrimmage here. That's where Emmitt wanted to go. But LT's so good, he took away the outside, slid to the inside, and by that time, Reasons was there for the tackle.
Cowboys offense has stalled since that first quarter. And this one will be whistled in.
They're going to get Vinograd for moving early, but who could blame them, huh?
Alan Vinograd, who opted to come down as a Plan B free agent.
Offense prior to the snap, still second down.
Take a look at it. Number 76, watch him just pick that left hand up an instant too early. Boy, he dropped his rear load and everything before he came out of his stance. You know he was backing up in a hurry.
Cowboys 3 penalties now for 15 yards. Giants just 4. And they're going the wrong direction. Backs are split. Oh, boy. Carl Banks was 2 yards into the backfield at the snap.
And
he's going to argue now.
Yeah, you bet.
He's going to claim he was drawn off. Offside Banks.
Well, if you win that argument, Carl Banks, I'm going to hire you to represent me in every litigation and dispute I ever have.
Offsides. Defense, number 58.
This way, Pat.
Second down.
This way.
The stadium looks the same from either side. You're down there. It's a perfect bowl and everything. It's hard to tell where we're sitting, Vern.
Most of them do. 6:18 to go, third quarter. 2nd and 13. And the Giants showing a blitz look. Here they come again. That pass On a rope to Michael Irvin, short of the first down at the 41.
We talked about Troy's physical attributes. Well, the biggest thing is how strong his arm is. Irvin's the outside receiver here, top of the screen, working the comeback. And if he just catches this ball and falls down, he's got the first down. But he's looking for bigger things and takes himself and his team out of that first down.
Well, guess what? I think they gave him forward progress. They did indeed.
That's amazing because he was spinning back upfield trying to get away from Collins. That a very, very generous spot by the officials.
Well, the Cowboys overcome a 2nd and 19 and now have a first down and 10 at the 42. Jimmy Johnson and Troy Aikman are going to chat something over. Time has been called by Dallas. The time taken with 5:18 remaining in the third quarter. The Cowboys up 14-6 right now at Texas Stadium in Irving.
She doesn't want to go back to work for a while. She likes staying home with the baby.
How old's the baby now?
She's 2 months old tomorrow. I swear she's a genius. Yeah,
no catchy jingles.
Look.
No images of snow-capped mountains.
She got lucky, I guess.
No rock stars.
You want another Heineken?
Yeah.
No sports stars.
I've been getting about
None of that is what made Heineken the #1 imported beer in America.
So you like being a daddy?
I wouldn't trade it for anything. You gotta try it.
You sound just like my in-laws.
Who brung the hockey player? Let's go.
Women who are with me even once never get over it.
Joe Pesci.
You think I look stupid, just say so.
The Super. Go see it. Rated R. Starts Friday at theaters everywhere.
As usual, my brother found a way to get me in trouble. And by the time I got out, our bus was gone. And so was he. That's when I started running. Because no way was I going to let him beat me home.
At AT&T, we know every great athlete has been inspired by someone. As a proud sponsor of the U.S. Olympic team, we salute them all.
My brother, he still gets a kick out of seeing me run.
Live from Nashville, join Garth Brooks, Dolly Parton, Johnny Cash, The Judds, Barbara Mandrell, and more. Reba McEntire hosts the Country Music Awards Wednesday.
Number 88 is Michael Irvin. He's going to catch this ball at about the 42-yard line, and then he's going to spin around and try to get more. But now he is tackled short of that first down, and that is a very generous spot by the official.
Forward progress, we're told, given to the 42. Here's Emmitt Smith circling to the outside. Little stiff arm. And he cannot get by Myron Guyton, number 29. So Smith with a big first half, but negative yardage in the second stanza now. He's got 62 yards on 14 carries.
Well, aside from that first quarter when the Cowboys had a couple of nice drives, they really haven't done much offensively.
Detroit continues to lead, as does New Orleans. Our score is 14-6. Backs are split. Second down and 10. Aikman with a lot of time. Batted down by Pepper Johnson, number 52.
Well, and for a guy that's not really known as a pass defender, Pepper Johnson played that one perfectly.
It'll be 3rd and 10. Boston leads early over Milwaukee in their chasing of Toronto. Jeff Hostetler warming up. 17 of 20 for 211 yards.
I'd say he's warm.
I don't know why he needs that. 3rd and 10 Cowboys from their own 41. They lead at 14-6. 4:31 to go. Third quarter. Three-man rush, now 4 as Walls is coming on the blitz. Michael Irvin out of the tackle, and he is down at the 48. Everson Walls on a corner blitz, and he got to Aikman. And Irvin comes up short. Mike Saxon will have to punt.
Now, we've seen this all too many times for Troy Aikman, but watch how courageously he'll stand there. He sees Walls coming all the way, but he knows he's got to wait, and then Walls right to the head with his helmet. Watch as Walls will just lower his head and hit Troy right on the kisser.
It'll be the second punt now, and Dave Meggett is back to the 10-yard line. Mike Saxon, not his best. Meggett at the 14. And Bill Bates leads the charge with Kenneth Gant. And Darrell Johnston, they down him short of the 20-yard line. 3:40 remaining, quarter number 3. The Cowboys lead by 8.
There's a call timeout. Choose sides and get ready for the battles of October.
Ford Trucks, the best ever is. Ford Trucks.
The truck market keeps changing, and so do we. This year, we're introducing more new ideas than any other truck company. A newly designed Ford full-size pickup with a new interior, new available power lumbar seats, new instrument panel. And coming soon, the new Ford Flairside. We're also introducing all new full-size vans, including the Chateau. Aerostar has a new interior, new driver airbag, new column shift. In fact, only Ford has airbags in both its mini and full-size vans. And don't forget our phenomenal new success story, Explorer. Now, the word truck has been redefined. Who redefined it? Ford.
More people are driving the best-built, best-selling American trucks than ever before.
To keep your competitive edge, you can phone it there, fax it there, even beam it there. But there's nothing like being there. With US Air and the American Express card, you get a winning combination. The airline that begins with you and the card dedicated to providing unparalleled customer service. US Air and the American Express card. Keep your competitive edge.
You're watching CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League.
Don't forget baseball next Saturday, 2:30 Eastern Time, as we follow the races to their conclusion at the end of the season. Then the American League Championship Series begins next Tuesday at 8:30 Eastern Time. We cover the battles of October all the way through the World Series on CBS. Jeff Hostetler, 17 of 20 for 211. Just short of the 21st down. Dave Meggett lined up wide right. Hampton, trap play up the middle. And he weaves his way out to the 27-yard line. That is his 10th carry of the ball game. And he's got 44 yards. Obviously, Hampton now healthy. Missed the first couple of games. Otis Anderson being phased out.
And we haven't seen much of Lewis Tillman since he dropped the ball on the 1-yard line either, have we?
United States 14 points now in the Ryder Cup. It's 14-6 here. There's Lewis Tillman. One of 2 fumbles lost by the Giants today, the other by Jared Bunch. Hostetler into the flat, caught by Hampton. Caused Vincent Smith to break down defensively and then got the first down at the 33.
And you talk about those 2 fumbles, Vern. One happened when the Giants were going in for a touchdown. The other was returned for a touchdown by the Cowboys. So those 2 fumbles are worth 14 points at this time.
Tillman back in now. Cowboy defense has gone 23 games since allowing a quarterback to pass for 300 yards. 23 games. Hostetler has 227 now. Tillman. This is a ball club that ran for 212 yards last week. Run it and count on your defense, and they're doing that now. But they trail.
The reason why is these guys up here just outweigh the Cowboy line. It's hitting right here, and then they're all going this way. Watch how Elliott and Roberts get out in front here, and there's no Cowboys but 5 yards back in the secondary. Good job of that offensive line.
Giants need 2 scores to take the lead. They trail by 8 points. 95 seconds to go, quarter number 3. Hostetler deep. Stephen Baker first down at the Cowboy 48.
That's complete number 85, Stephen Baker. Ray Horton, number 20.
Hostetler feeling real comfortable getting back and throwing the ball because his offensive line is keeping people away from him. Look at the lane he has to throw through there. Baker with a nice sharp route. And we're looking at Air Hostetler here this afternoon.
You really get a sense now of an inexorable movement by the Giants. They are taking control of the ballgame. Here's Tillman. And Jack Del Rio makes the tackle after a gain of 2. It sounds somewhat incongruous because they trail by 8, but you just get that sense that they're the dominant team.
Well, I would agree with you, but I'm not sure I know what inexorable or incongruent means. I know they're playing pretty good.
I just saw him this morning. Second down. 14-6. Hostetler, the cross, the hot receiver, and a blown tackle. Gives the Giants a first down. James Washington had the tackle and didn't hold on.
You know, Isaac Holt is really having a miserable first quarter of this season. He's been burned for a couple of touchdowns already, and now he gets steamrolled by Howard Cross.
That's the end of the third quarter with our score. The Cowboys 14 and the Giants 6. Coverage will continue after this message from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
This is CBS.
There's a way to call that's so smart, it works on almost any phone. So simple, you need no complicated codes. So easy. Hello?
When I'm calling you, I use my IQ. This is IQ.
The Bell Atlantic IQ card. So smart, so simple, so use it.
When I'm calling you.
Now you can enjoy the benefits of a roomy new Hyundai Sonata without buying one. Because right now at your Washington area Hyundai dealer, you can lease a new midsize Sonata for only $189 a month. And that includes extras like automatic transmission, AM/FM stereo cassette, even air conditioning, all for just $189 for 48 months. See, you can afford a new family car. So see your Hyundai dealer now. It's easier than ever to slip into a new Sonata. So see your Washington area Hyundai dealer today.
To keep your competitive edge, you can phone it there, fax it there, even beam it there. But there's nothing like being there. With US Air and the American Express card, you get a winning combination. The airline that begins with you and the card dedicated to providing unparalleled customer service. US Air and the American Express card. Keep your competitive edge.
You're watching WUSA TV, the one and only Channel 9.
Back at Texas Stadium, we begin the final stanza. The Cowboys leading 14-6. But you get a sense that Hostetler's really on his game today.
And if it weren't for those 2 turnovers, the Giants would probably be blowing the Cowboys away. But remember what happened last week against the Cleveland Browns. They had the same problem with fumbles.
Here's Hostetler back on first down and 10. Screen pass to Hampton. A flag is down. Bart Oates was leading the way, number 65.
They're going to get Bart Oates for an illegal block here. But again, the Giants really set up that screen very well.
It's going to be number 65.
Well, here is Bart Oates, our center. Let's follow him on this journey into the secondary. The problem is they get out there, and again, look at the linemen are in great shape here, but watch, Oates will extend his hands and push away. You just can't do that. He could use his hands in the front of that man's jersey, but not on his shoulders and back like that. Real close call.
So the lawyer from New Jersey cost his team 5 yards. And the ball back at the 40-yard line now. 14-6.
And actually cost more than 5 yards because that was a nice little 8-yard gain.
Instead of 2nd and 2, we've got a 1st and 15. Hostetler has Ingram to the left. Carthen and Hampton straight drop back. Hostetler drills the ball. And that's close for a first down at the 26-yard line. Stephen Baker with the catch.
Defending number 37, James Washington.
You know, the Giant wide receivers haven't had a whole lot of action so far this year, but this is a nice job of Baker avoiding the bump of Holt and then really finding the dead area in that zone, and that really gives a quarterback a lot of confidence. You notice how Baker just settled down there and didn't move after he found that spot, because that's what Hostetler's looking at. He's checking out where all those defenders are, and that's perfect teamwork that time.
Well, Jeff Hostetler, how about these numbers? Everyone remembers the brilliant Super Bowl performance of Phil Simms. Here's Hostetler, 21 of 24 for 257. Those are numbers that are almost equal to what Simms did in the Giants' first Super Bowl win.
And one of his passes was deflected at the line of scrimmage, so he might be even better.
They hand it off on first down to Hampton, and he's down to the 23. Well, let's check in with Greg Gumbel and see what's going on Buffalo and Chicago. Greg?
All right, Vern, at Rich Stadium in Buffalo, Carwell Gardner from a yard out loses the handle. Now on 4th down, you must recover your own fumble in the end zone. That's exactly what number 35 does. He jumps up, goes after it, recovers. The point after makes it 14-6 Bills over the Bears, Vern.
And we've got a 14-6 ball game here. Ray Handley's Giants trying to steam back. 2nd down, 13-19 to go in the ball game. Jared Bunch in motion. Hostetler hasn't been sacked yet, throws it away. At the feet of Lewis Tillman. Incomplete pass.
Well, the Giants have run about 5 or 6 screen passes today. The Cowboys finally got on the same wavelength there, and they were all over that screen pass. Got a penalty in the secondary, and it's going to be against Dallas. So that really hurts the Cowboys. After they sniff one of those screens out, they're going to be penalized for an illegal contact in the secondary.
Unnecessary roughness, number 30, on the defense during the play.
Whoa, Isaac Holt.
You talk about a guy that's playing in bad luck. Last week, Holt had an interception called back because of a penalty, and now he continues his downward spiral with an unnecessary roughness call.
Ray Horton is back arguing the case for Isaac Holt, but wow, that winds up with the Giants' first down at the 11-yard line. 4 penalties for 27 yards now against the Cowboys. 1st and 10 from the 11. Tillman to the 5-yard line. 2nd and 4. Vince Albritton, number 36, with the tackle.
And did you notice Tillman, as he made the cut in that huge hole, he wrapped that ball up with both arms.
If you just joined us, Tillman fumbled at the 1-yard line in the opening quarter. That was one of 2 fumbles for the Giants. Jared Bunch, the opening series of the second half, had one picked up and returned 20 yards by Ray Horton for a touchdown. Tillman down to the 3-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Well, and Handley's showing a lot of confidence in Tillman by having him in the game here. I mean, you know, in the back of Tillman's mind is that nightmare where he fumbled in the first quarter, but his coach is sticking with him. And now they're bringing in number 24, Otis Anderson. Handley is ensuring his team doesn't fumble this time.
Tillman out, Anderson in. So is Carthen. 3rd and 1 from the 3.
Tillman got a lot of attaboys as he came over to the sideline.
Cross and Moak go to the right side. Roberts to the left. Anderson, close. Real close. Fourth down.
Well, the key to stopping any short yardage play is penetration by the defense. This is an outstanding play by Noonan to stop the lead blocker, and then it's Tony Tolbert, number 92, who knifes in and takes away Otis Anderson's legs. Great teamwork by that front four of the Cowboys.
4th and 1, the Giants have called timeout. They do need 2 scores to take the lead. We have 11-16 remaining in the ball game. This close. Go for the touchdown?
Well, even if you don't make the touchdown, you've got the best defense in football, and the Cowboys offensively will take over with their backs against their own end zone. So this is a good play by Hanley. This is aggressive. This is the way you want to play offense. And they've had a lot of success today with their running game. I agree with this call wholeheartedly.
Who do you give it to?
Well, you got to check out who's in the backfield. You got Carthon and Otis Anderson. My money would be on Otis, but don't be surprised if Hanley doesn't fake it to his backs and roll Hostetler out to the wide side of the field. In effect, you have 3 potential weapons here. You've got your 2 running backs, Carthon and Anderson, but you got a quarterback that can run awfully well.
4th and 1.
Agree with that type of strategy at all. Trying to draw the Cowboys off sides with the hard count. And now they'll take the delay of game penalty, move them back 5 yards. They're going to kick the field goal. This is not aggressive football. This is not why your offensive team is called offense. He's playing defensive football here, trying to trick the opponent.
These are the world champions.
And this is one of the best and strongest offensive lines in football. And you've got Otis Anderson and all these weapons there selling for 3 points. I don't like it.
They will settle.
Or maybe they'll fake it here. Who knows? They'll kick it.
We'd have inexorable and incongruous at the same time, as well as irony. The kick is up. And it's good. Matt Barr gives them 3, but they still trail by 5.
The 1992 Olympic Summer Games. The year basketball's best trade NBA colors for red, white, and blue. For everyone who's longed to see America send nothing less than our very best. For every fan whose heart still beats faster when they hear the national anthem. For the young who dream that someday they too may soar so high. For every one of us, McDonald's is proud to sponsor the 1992 USA basketball team to help Olympic dreams come true.
This game summary is sponsored by McDonald's.
Thus far, the Giants with 356 yards, but only 9 points. The difference in the ball game, Ray Horton's 20-yard fumble recovery on the first series of the second half. And Dallas is leading against the Giants for the first time since they won 33-24 in Texas Stadium in November 4 years ago. James Dixon will let it go through his hands. Touchback. Matt Barr has negated his effectiveness today. Well, I can see them cranking up the word processors in New York City about the decision by Ray Handley.
Well, I'm not so sure that his team feels good about themselves right now. 356 yards is a lot of offense, and we still have a better part of this fourth quarter to go. But the message he's sending to his offensive team is, okay, boys, you did a nice job down there, but we're still going to let the defense win this game for us. Those offensive linemen, they wanted to punch that one across.
Cowboys have only had 62 yards of offense since the first quarter. Here's Aikman. Michael Irvin out to the 34. And Dallas would serve itself well to put together a time-consuming drive now. 10:50 remaining in the ball game.
Well, again, it's Troy Aikman showing his strong arm on the out pattern, getting back in a hurry and getting rid of it. And you see that Irvin was not even out of his break when the ball was in the air. That's good timing.
Troy Aikman now 13 of 18. 183 yards. First down and 10. Novacek in motion. Emmitt Smith comes right. And backs up to the 38-yard line. Doubleheader on CBS today. And don't forget, coming up next, the 49ers against the Los Angeles Raiders. Ronnie Lott and Roger Craig now playing for the black and white Los Angeles Raiders.
Well, I remember growing up as a 49er fan in San Francisco when the Raiders were in Oakland. That was a real war. Only 7 miles of Bay Bridge separate the two cities. But even now, especially now that Lott and Craig are down south, that one's heating up too.
9:45 to go. Cowboys up by 5. Second down. A.G. in the backfield. Aikman back. Left side in the flat. Tommy A.G. drives forward and might have enough for the first down. And he was the primary receiver from the get-go.
Now, this is a heck of an effort by Tommy A.G. in the flat. He comes out and Aikman gives him a good pass, but watch, he does the Charlie Chaplin thing right here. And gets up the field. The sound effects are free.
How'd that go? Here's the stretch of the chain. First down, Dallas.
That's a heck of an effort, because when he caught the ball, he was about 2 yards short.
Lawrence Taylor is off the field with an injury. He is on the Giant bench holding his left wrist. The 10-time Pro Bowler is out of the ball game. There's Taylor in pain. First and 10, Dallas. They are up 14-9. We're under the 9-minute mark. Smith, nothing.
So much of Ray handling his philosophy is field position, special teams, and defense, and how they all work together. He has so much confidence in his defense and the way the Giants can control where the ball is on the field, that leads him to think that they're still in good shape, although they didn't get a touchdown that last time down.
Taylor continues to hold his wrist or forearm. He is in obvious pain. Second down.
And I'll tell you a little bit about that, Vern, is you have pain that doesn't go away. Sometimes that indicates a broken bone of some type. Looks like they're checking out that wrist, trying to tape it up. But if there's ever a guy that could play with one wrist, it's LT.
Well, they missed Taylor more than they realized. They only had 10 men on the field. They didn't replace him. They've called timeout.
It's stuck. You see? Yeah. Every channel. Light beer. Light beer.
Well, we're going to have to drain it. Grab anything that'll hold beer.
Oh, and call some friends over.
Will you look at that?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Miller Lite made beer better.
The great Pilsner taste keeps you ahead of it all.
Everybody likes that.
You don't say beer now, you say light.
The beer that beers become.
Miller Lite.
It's it.
And that's that.
In the spirit of the Olympic Games, the Postal Service would like to present... Two-day priority mail. That's delivery in just 2 days of up to 2 pounds for just $2.90. Remember, 2 days, 2 pounds, $2.90. 2-day priority mail from your Postal Service.
We deliver for you.
Official sponsor of the 1992 Olympic Games.
So how many cars does Mercedes test crash every year?
Oh, I say about 100. You can never learn enough. Ever since we had it patented, we have been improving this concept of the energy-absorbing car body.
But other companies use the concept.
We have never enforced the patent.
So Mercedes gave away a basic safety advance for free?
There are some things in life that are too important not to share.
CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League is sponsored by Mercedes-Benz, engineered like no other car in the world. United States Postal Service, we deliver for you. And by Miller Lite, it's it. And that's that.
Cowboys back to the line of scrimmage on 2nd down and 9 with a 5-point lead, 8:19 to go. Novacek and Awol both in. Aikman back to throw in the face of a blitz, incomplete. And Gary Reasons was right in the face of Emmitt Smith. Let's go back and see if we can find out what happened to Lawrence Taylor.
All right, here he is right here. Now what you want to look at is his left hand as it hits Agee right here. May have broken a finger because he'll just lay that left hand straight down there. He knows he's hurt. He can't do anything with that left hand. You know, I played against Lawrence Taylor more times in Pro Bowls than I did in regular seasons, and I could never understand the Pro Bowl rules that said you can't rush but your defensive lineman and one linebacker. Well, every time it was Lawrence Taylor that was rushing me in those Pro Bowl games.
Looks like it might be a problem with the metatarsal bones in the back of the left hand. Here's Aikman, finds Agee, and the official got in the way, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's no little official either. That's Bob Wagner, the umpire. He's about 6'4". Agee was looking for a block.
And that means Mike Saxman is on to punt, and Dave Meggett is back to return it. Meggett, who's averaging 9.7. And Meggett has some help on the sidelines when he returns these punts. Odessa Turner, Stephen Baker, and Mark Ingram get as far down as they can, and they holler at Meggett. You have time, or no, no, no. That way he doesn't have to look at the coverage. He can concentrate on the ball.
But every once in a while he'll steal a peek.
Line drive kick by Saxon comes right. That is into the end zone. Touchback, his 2nd of the day and his 2nd of the season. Lawrence Taylor heading for the locker room. The New York Giants have scored only 68 points all season. They need 7 to take the lead.
Working to be the best they can be. Teammates, sponsored by the U.S. Army. The Los Angeles Raiders have always loved the bomb. Throughout the 70s, it was made possible by the impeccable pass protection of left tackle Art Shell, left guard Gene Upshaw, and center Jim Otto. Talent so great that each made it to the Hall of Fame. As individuals, each made the passing game go. Together as teammates, they made the Raiders the best they can be.
Most of my friends don't know what they're going to do after graduation, but I've already locked in guaranteed skill training in the Army. Qualify now and you can reserve even the Army's most sought-after technical training up to 12 months in advance through the Army's delayed entry program. Sure, being a soldier won't be easy, but then nothing worth having ever is.
14-9. Dallas leads it. 7:20 remaining. Giants have the ball at their own 20-yard line. Jeff Hostetler has been nearly perfect today. 22 of 25 for 263 yards. But here in the 20th quarter of 1991, he has thrown only one touchdown pass. That was to Dave Meggett at the end of the 1913 loss to the Los Angeles Rams.
But he's not calling the plays. Ray Handley is.
Good point. Hostetler back and going deep, and Ingram's open. And they beat Isaac Holt again. All the way to the 40. They are undressing Isaac Holt this afternoon.
Well, Hostetler told me before the ball game that they wanted to work on Isaac, and they wanted to work on him deep. This is Mark Ingram, number 82 on the pass pattern. But look at Holt. He's 5 yards to the outside and 5 yards deep. Heck, Vern, I think I could get open on that type of coverage. I'm not going to lose my head here, though. Holt's got to tighten it up some way.
A gain of 41. First down at the 39. And Hostetler is over 300 yards. Now he's going to run all the way to the 19.
Well, he's doing it all. He's throwing the ball perfectly, and now he's still has the confidence to run with the ball right up the middle. It just opens up for him. But this is what he does that very few other quarterbacks can do, is just break tackles head first inside the 20.
From the 19, first down and 10. Hostetler has gone over 300 yards in the air and 37 on the ground. 14-9 Dallas. Caught, touchdown, Stephen Baker. That's his second touchdown pass of 1991.
I got a feeling they're going to review it because this is real close to hitting the turf here. Watch Baker from the outside. He's going to run the post pattern. Ball comes in a little bit low. Check out his hands. Oh boy, that ball bounced. I think it bounced before it got into his hands. Did a heck of a job of rolling over and controlling it and bouncing to his feet. Hostetler knows it's low. Thank heavens. We'll see if Stephen Baker was indeed a touchdown maker. They are reviewing this one.
Giants get their first lead in the ball game, and let's look at it again.
Well, that's inconclusive. I got to believe they're going to call this on the field a touchdown.
Replay is now checking the play.
Well, you can see the last official looking for help.
But the ball appeared to bounce. Now, whether his hands were underneath it and his hands were together, I guess is the question. But it happened so fast that I'm not sure that they can reverse this one based upon those replays. Larry Brown signals it was caught, trapped rather. Yeah, I think that's the point. It having been called a touchdown, is there conclusive evidence to overrule it? Well, we'll really slow it down for you here. Boy, I got to believe that it bounced, but that is so close that I'm
pretty good one hopper by the shortstop.
Yeah, Ozzie Smith would be happy with that one. It really appears that it jumps up there, but again, it's whether his hand was between the ball and the ground, though, that is the point. And they may take more than their 2 minutes that they're allotted to make this decision, because it seems like we've been here for at least that long.
I just, had they called it no touchdown, I don't think there would have been evidence to say it was legal catch. There you are. I just don't think there was enough indisputable visual evidence to overturn the call that was made. And the call could have been made the other way just as easily.
And he's wearing those dark gloves, the same color as the end zone is, so that was very difficult. You got to believe that was a good call.
Matt Barr will kick the extra point. And with 5:41 remaining, Jeff Hostetler throws to Stephen Baker, and the Giants have a 2-point lead.
In trying to make an artistic statement, one should be careful not to let one's personal aroma do the talking. In order not to offend the critics, I recommend Right Guard Sports Stick. It provides maximum protection and the freshest scents, a sublime palette of odoriferous emanations. After all, a true artiste should be remembered for his inspiration, not his perspiration. Right Guard Sports Stick. Anything less would be uncivilized.
The RCA projection screen is so big, you'll feel like part of the show when you watch the RCA home theater. It also has Dolby surround sound that's so real,
stand back, everyone.
You'll forget you're sitting at home.
Let me handle this.
The RCA home theater also has Pix in Pix. It lets you watch two things at once, in color. Another way RCA is changing entertainment again.
5:41 remaining in the ball game. And the Giants kick it off. Matt Barr does allow Dixon to return this one. He's number 2 in the league in kickoff returns, but Bobby Abrams says that's enough of that, and Roger Brown is down to help out as well. And so now the Cowboys, who have only 101 yards in total offense since the first quarter, and 56 in this half, have the ball.
Well, that's airing it out pretty good there. They got the 41-yarder on first down, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Jeff Hostetler is, it's a shame this game isn't in Giant Stadium, so he could be listening to the cheers of the Giant fans after listening to their boos last week.
First down and 10. Aikman, Irvin dropped it, and Myron Guyton's presence might have had something to do with it.
Well, it's the down and in route for Michael Irvin, but watch number 29. He knows that the Cowboys like this route. He sees Aikman turn that way, and now Guyton has a bead on Irvin, but you got to make that catch if you play in this league.
Second and 10. 5:27 to go.
We'll see just how much the Cowboys feel comfortable with their new offense. They're going to be tested here the last 5 minutes.
And they go against the best defense in the National Football League, albeit without Lawrence Taylor. Here's Aikman. Alexander Wright. Mark Collins hauls him down, but that is enough to move the chain. It's a first down at the 29.
As a quarterback, you have to have eyes behind your head. Watch as Aikman feels the presence of a dark and figure coming at him. It's Lorenzo Freeman. You just feel those things as a quarterback. Good job stepping up in the pocket, getting that one off.
First and 10. Clock shows 4:45 to go. Field goal puts the Cowboys back on top. Flag is down. This should be offside against the Giants. A free play for Dallas. Here is Michael Irvin. Out of bounds at the 40. Check the flags.
Well, Aikman likes it. He just patted Haggerty on the back, so it's going to be against the Giants. Big play. Irvin atones for that drop pass with a nice run and catch. Gives the Cowboys field position now where they're thinking, hey, we're only down by 2 points. Field goal here will give us back the lead.
That 32-yard gain. Irvin from Aikman. Here's Pat Haggerty. Ken Willis has kicked a 54-yarder this season. He also has another one in excess of 50. Lawrence Taylor is back in the vicinity of the Giant bench. We have no update on his condition. They did take him to the locker room. And now 4:32 remains. Giants with 10 points in the fourth quarter. They lead by 2. Emmitt Smith to the 39-yard line. I'm going to go back, Dan, to the Giants in possession at the 1-yard line, 2-yard line with 4th and a yard. And we made the point that they would need 2 scores to take the lead. But you still feel strongly, I'm sure, that the attempt to draw Dallas offside down there and settle for the field goal was a little too conservative.
Well, I really believe that his team was performing so well. This offense is playing as well as they possibly can, and you're just taking their spirit away from them by trying trickery and settling for the field goal.
Aikman into the flat. Novacek at the 33. Myron Guyton saved another 10 yards at least.
Well, that was a heck of a tackle by Guyton, because Aikman gives this ball to Novacek on his hip right now, and if Novacek can pull away from this tackle, he could get down that sidelines and really set the Cowboys up in wonderful field goal position.
Defensive changes are made. It'll be 3rd down. Dallas is 2 of 6 on 3rd down conversions. This is 3rd and 3. They are within Willis's field goal range, but it would be at the limits. Aikman, Novacek. First down, Dallas.
We talked about Jay Novacek being the key to this offense. Watch as he goes down into the flat again, and Guyton's got to come all the way across and try and make the tackle. Guyton's just not used to making this type of play. Actually, it's Everson Walls, who's new to the strong safety position, playing it for Greg Jackson.
1st and 10, Dallas at the 20. 3 tight ends set now. Alfredo Roberts, Awalt, and the man in motion, Novacek. Emmitt Smith. And what a play by Everson Walls. 4 times a Pro Bowler while he played in Dallas. He's an outspoken young man, and he and Jimmy Johnson did not get along at the outset. He wound up on Plan B and signed with the Giants, where he took home a Super Bowl championship ring last year. Born and raised in the North Dallas neighborhoods.
Now you start to wonder about the Cowboy philosophy and what they're going to try and do. They know they got Willis in range. They're going to see how much time they can take off this clock.
2:20 remaining in the ball game. Aikman. Irvin. Touchdown, Dallas.
Close to the vest. The Giants blitz here. They know the Cowboys are going to try and run the ball. They come up, play man-to-man coverage in the secondary. Aikman gets it off perfectly, and now it's a tug-of-war, and number 88 wins it.
And it was Mark Collins who had the chance at the tackle for Michael Irvin. A big, big day. 6 catches, 91 yards. Willis's extra point is good. A 23-yard touchdown. Aikman to Irvin, and the Cowboys are up by 5.
Now, Irvin was the number 1 pick back in '88. Watch him on the post route. But watch, it's just one-on-one here with Mark Collins. The Giants blitz. Nobody in the secondary to help Collins. And then the effort for the touchdown.
Michael Irvin's 3rd touchdown catch of the young season.
Well, and you think about the Cowboy offense and how we talked about how they would be tested against this Giant defense. Well, I think they came of age as far as how they feel comfortable about what they're doing. I mean, you don't expect them after they get down in field goal range to put it up. But that's Norv Turner calling the plays up in the press box. He's got great training from Ernie Zampese, who got great training from Don Coryell. I love that thinking. Go for it.
Coached a guy named Fouts. It was not a conservative call. 2:13 remaining, and Willis will kick it off. Make it, and Ingram wait for it. Make it at the 1. Make it at the 25.
Now Hostetler will be faced with seeing that 3-man rush and 8 defensive backs in the secondary for the Cowboys.
How about this? The United States at Kiowa Island, South Carolina, has won the Ryder Cup by a whisker. 14.5, 13.5. Congratulations to Dave Stockton and the representatives of the U.S. Lawrence Taylor can't do a thing about it. The Giants have only 1 timeout left. 2:04 in the ball game, and they've got to have a touchdown. 3-man rush. Hostetler, screen pass, Meggett. Daniel Stubbs. Two-minute warning.
So how many cars does Mercedes test crash every year?
Oh, I say about 100. You can never learn enough. Ever since we had it patented, we have been improving this concept of the energy-absorbing car body.
But other companies use the concept.
We have never enforced the patent.
So Mercedes gave away a basic safety advance for free?
There are some things in life that are too important not to share.
Pretend your TV is a beer mug.
We're gonna pour you a Miller Lite. Oops,
Sorry, foam got on your carpet.
Now, tilt the TV towards you and taste why light is what beer is today.
The great Pilsner taste keeps you ahead of it all.
Everybody likes that.
Can we pour you another?
Hey, I know. Why not buy 6 more TVs and invite some friends over?
Miller Lite.
It's it.
And that's that.
The temperature never drops below Xerex. That's very important to remember, especially at a time like this, when it's very deserted and very cold. Ah, you did remember Xerex Antifreeze. The temperature never drops below Xerex.
If your sporty car doesn't feel so sporty anymore, you need a change. To BF Goodrich TA tires, put on a set and feel a whole new level of performance.
Lawrence Taylor on the bench with a wrist injury. Carl Banks pondering what might have been and hoping the Giant offense can get it going like they did the last time they had the ball, because then they went 80 yards in 3 plays. But now that they trail by 5, think back again to the conservativeness of Ray Handley and his decision to settle for a field goal on a 4th and 1 from the 3-yard line. Hostetler tried to drive the Cowboys offside, didn't. They kicked the field goal and drew to within 5, and that's still the matter by which they trail. Here's Hostetler back. Right side, big catch, all the way out to the 45. They do have 1 timeout left.
Well, what Hostetler is showing Handley is, hey, listen, I can handle the forward passing game. This guy's having a Hall of Fame game.
That's a gain of 26. He goes right side. Another catch at the 43 in front of Isaac Holt.
Again, the Cowboys are just rushing 3 men, so you got to question that strategy. They have 8 defensive backs in the game, but their defensive line of Stubbs, Jeff Coat, and Tolbert are worn out trying to get to Hostetler.
Jeff Hostetler is just shy of a 400-yard game. 10 yards. 1st and 10. He is 27 of 30. Those are gaudy numbers. Comes left, he's 27 of 31. And the clock stops with 1:28 left.
type of miscommunication there. You can see Hostetler talking to Mark Ingram, expecting a different type of route out of him. As a quarterback now, he's got the feeling that I can throw this one end over end, underhand, and it's going to be completed. You talk about a hot hand.
And a quick correction on the Hostetler yardage total. He's got 356. I misread the numbers. 2nd and 10. Right side again, in front of Holt again, and a first down again. That's a litany the Cowboy coaching staff and fans are getting a little weary of.
Right, you would wonder if the Cowboys have anybody to substitute and put in for Isaac Holt, but when you go to this package of 7 defensive backs or 8 defensive backs, there's just nobody left. You got to play him.
And that's where Hostetler has gone for much of the afternoon. Look at those numbers. But the key may be the last one. Only 1 touchdown thus far. Odessa Turner out of bounds. Incomplete. Second and 10. X-rays, by the way, we have reconfirmed on Lawrence Taylor's wrist are negative. Second and 10. Right side in the corner over Holt. Intercepted by Isaac Holt. That's incongruity.
On the outside, it's Stephen Baker against Isaac Holt, and Holt finally comes up with a big play. In fact, Baker was pushed out of bounds there, and if Baker catches this ball, it wouldn't have counted. But Isaac Holt makes sure that it's not put in the referee's decision. He comes up with a fantastic play after having 4 and 3/4 terrible afternoons. But he'll remember that interception for a long time.
1:11 remaining. Clock stops with 1:05 to go.
Well, the Cowboys are going to isolate just Isaac Holt and Baker alone. It's man-to-man coverage. You see the safety has to go with the inside receiver, and Holt just plays it perfectly and then makes the grab, finishes off the play. A lot of those defensive backs, especially with their confidence waning, won't make that catch. But he did, and he won the game for the Cowboys.
Last time out for Jeff Hostetler's team. What an afternoon. 28 of 34 for 368. But the Giants about to go 2-3.
You can't play any better as a quarterback than Jeff Hostetler has today. And throwing that ball in the end zone is giving his receiver a chance to make the play. You can't fault him on that pass at all.
Cowboys have only 2 interceptions this season, both by Isaac Holt.
And remember, he had 1 called back last week against Phoenix. He will still be tested throughout the year, but he's got a game ball to put on the trophy shelf.
Well, the executive producer on CBS, Ted Shaker. Our senior producer is Ed Gorin. Today's game produced by Mark Wolf and directed by Larry Cavallina. The NFL Today produced by Eric Mann and directed by Duke Struck. Thanks to our group here in the booth, Dave Yaggy on stats, Joe Cash, Nancy Lundquist, spotters. And the Cowboys are going to end a 6-game losing streak to the New York Giants. Ultimately, the big play provided by Isaac Holt, the interception in the end zone. Ray Handley falls to 2 and 3. Hostetler 368 yards. Aikman finds Michael Irvin for 23 yards and the winning touchdown. And for Everson Walls, a bittersweet homecoming. Vern Lundquist and Dan Fouts, Texas Stadium in Irving. Greg and Terry along in the studio in New York in just a moment. Our final score, the Dallas Cowboys 21 and the New York Giants 16.
People 64,010.